How's that? There we go. Okay. That was embarrassing. Okay. Hello, everybody. Sorry if you were just sitting there watching me faff around in silence. I meant to troubleshoot all this before I started broadcasting, but I have no idea what Google Plus wants from me whenever I do one of these. So, yeah. Here we are in the club getting tips. Okay, and the stream just. I'm hearing. Shoot, I'm just hearing the. Oh, jeez. And now I'm just hearing the stream now. Hold on, I gotta. Nah, my computer's being lame. There we go. Okay, now I need to cut my audio out because now I'm going to keep hearing myself echo. Shoot. Okay, there we go. Here we are. um, now I'm just looking at all this. How's everybody doing? Is everybody having a grand old Saturday? Is it Saturday? I don't have a sense of time anymore. My week has been weird. Closing that window. Give me all that gin and juice. That's right, Presley, because no one faffs like Ilnej, gives two gaffs like Ilnej, no one wades through these oceans of sass like Ilnej. I am singing at any opportunity, something, Ilnej. Da-da. That never happened, I promise. And they still don't have a way for me to just see comments as they're coming in, kind of. I don't know. Okay. Alright. So, how about them dinosaurs? No sound? How is there no sound again? Sorry, I'm making weird faces right now only because I'm trying to friggin' okay, presumably we have sound again. Oh gosh dang it. Gotta love this delay. Gotta love how I do that breathy laugh after I say literally anything. What the okay. Sorry for the loud snapping. I saw the audio bar wasn't moving for a second and I assumed the worst. Which microphone is it going into? Bah. Okay. Da-da. Ah, okay. I'm glad to hear it was just one person having an issue and not everybody. Thank you for everybody for confirming. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I keep checking back the actual. I keep looking at the actual stream just so I have reference of what's happening, and then I get caught up in. I don't know. There's sound, but can you go back to Mime Nash if you want? I'm not gonna do that, Anthony. Spidey lover. I went to Chapman University in Orange, California, and I majored in creative writing. I do not do professional editing. I had a gig lined up for a while. It wasn't like creative editing. It was more just transcoding is the term, where you're just changing file formats and making sure everything is to a company's spec before you send it to them. But the position did not work out, unfortunately. Boo and hiss. It was cool though, because like I before that I had a cubicle job, so it was really cool going from just a tiny little desk with walls to my own edit bay. So I missed that aspect of it, but whatevs. It was not meant to be, it would seem. This system is so futzed. Like, there's this whole live control room thing that YouTube has when you stream, and at the very bottom of it, there's a feed of the video, and there's a little section that says comments. And I know you guys are leaving comments, but they're not popping up in this little thing. So I gotta watch it on the regular thing, and that's lame, because who wants to be in the back of the bus? Not me, said the frog, not me. Majora's Mask. Let's have a review. That's a very good question. Why don't we review what Pokemon movies I've seen? Mewtwo Returns doesn't count because that's an hour long and was made for television. Well, it's definitely not Pokemon Ranger and the Temple of the Sea. Sinnoh fans will be happy to know it's not The Rise of Darkrai. It's not Giratina and the Sky Warrior. I don't think it's Zoroark Master of Illusions. I need to watch that one again before I know for sure. Not Victini and whichever color you decide to watch. It actually might be between Arceus and the Jewel of Life and Genesect and the Legend Awakened. It's probably leaning a lot more towards Genesect, though, because Arceus at least tried to do something different. Genesect is just a really bad rehashing of Mewtwo Strikes Back. Or who knows, maybe in the end it's just still Pokemon Forever. Oh yeah, Mikey, I remember. That was for Bang Soo Fireworks, which is something that never came to fruition. Yeah, that was a weird experience. That was that wasn't pro editing, that was just freelance. Garnet, I don't have a favorite NES game because my first console, technically my first system was a Sega Game Gear, but my first console that I had to sit down and not take with me everywhere was a Nintendo 64. So, yeah, I don't have a favorite NES game. What songs inspired you to pick up the guitar? I don't know if it was a specific. I don't think it was a specific song. I got into guitar because my sister got into guitar and my cousin had gotten into guitar, and I wanted to be like one of the cool kids because I was young and impressionable. Yeah, my sister isn't still doing it. She didn't get super into it, but I mean, I apparently I stuck with it. So yeah, but there wasn't a specific song. But when I started learning, though, all I wanted to do was learn a whole bunch of pop punk. Like, my teacher would teach me a new song every week, and I was just like, oh, okay, here's one by Zebrahead I want to know. Here's some Blink 182. Yeah, so I'm the king of 3-chord rock. Wish that I could be. I'm sorry, Majora's Mask, but I do not agree with your assessment of Pokemon Forever, and I'm surprised that you're surprised to hear me say that after because I assume, I don't know, if you haven't seen my Pokemon episode on it, then that's, I don't know, surprising. Actually, in retrospect, though, I do think I like Pokemon Forever more than Genesect and The Legend Awakened. So there you go. I've seen everything all the way from the first couple movies all the way through to Unova. I haven't seen Diancie and the Cocoon of Destruction, and obviously I haven't seen whatever's coming out next because it's not out yet. Have you ever wanted to do professional acting? Oh yeah, I've thought about it all the time, but I lost interest in I kind of lost interest in acting in college, and because I was a theater major as a freshman, but I skipped to English because I felt like that was more where I belonged, I guess. The My first year as an acting major, just theater major, just really put me off to the culture, but also like the craft. I guess I was more interested in coming up with the stories that get told, or than like I don't know. Yeah, I've thought about it. Short answer. Games and movies I'm excited to see. Yeah, Ant-Man's happening and want to see that. I need to see Inside Out. That's already out, but I need to see it. What else is happening? There's a what's the next Star Wars, of course. Games, it all depends on when Zelda Wii U comes out. I don't me buying either an Xbox One or a PS4, and I don't have that kind of money right now. Oh, thank you, Played by Me Films. I appreciate that. Okay, I see. Okay, you are okay. I figured you were joking, Major. I wasn't sure. The XD at the end should have signified that, I guess. Yeah. Oh yeah. But Played by Me, Grail and Stage of Darkness. I appreciate that. I felt like a little. I mean, I was so rusty acting wise when Grail happened, so I don't share your opinion on my performance in that, but most of the people involved all kind of look back at Grail just kind of like, we see what we needed to improve on. Like I think the director, my friend Josh, he actually went back and he did like a recut of it when submitting to film festivals, and like the opening scene where it's just me and it's just Buck and Todd, the characters me and my friend Michael played, just talking. That actually gets cut out because it's just two dudes talking about nothing. Games you play, TV shows you watch, or just joined. So I don't know if you have. Games I'm playing right now. I've been playing Smash Bros. Constantly since it came out, and I just recently got back into Hyrule Warriors. There's a lot of bonus stuff I didn't do. Like I beat story mode within a week of getting it, but I hadn't done a lot of the side quests, like the looking for gold skulltulas and unlocking all the weapons. And I had a whole bunch of DLC that had just been sitting there that I hadn't touched. Speaking of which, if you have Hyrule Warriors, get the Majora's Mask DLC because playing as Young Link is awesome because you turn into fierce deity and you wail on stuff, and it's the best. Um, Oh, Anthony, I stopped watching the films after three. The only reason I've seen a bunch of well, I would see bits of the later ones on Cartoon Network and stuff, but the only reason I've seen as many as I have was just because of the YouTube thing. Like I hadn't seen like Jirachi and Deoxys and four. I hadn't seen any of four, and I hadn't seen Heroes Jirachi and Deoxys in their entirety until I did Pokemon. None, Presley. I'm sorry. I don't. I have no idea what's going on with All Critics Must Die. Yeah, Giovanni, I watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I like it. I don't think Little Kribo is like the hottest abridger on the scene anymore, but I appreciate that he created this format that so many people just took up and were able to improve on. And yeah, I mean, like the culture that emerged around it. Okay, sorry, I sorry, not culture that emerged around it because f the concept of an abridged community. um, because with that comes like really I don't know what I'm saying, but I like Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge series. There we go. I meant words. What do you think is the best Zelda game? Um, you took out one of my. You took away one of my answers, Majora's Mask. Thank you. My favorite nostalgia wise is Ocarina of Time, but I've played that way more than any of the other ones. I played through Twilight Princess in its entirety twice. I think I played through Wind Waker all the way through twice. I know I've done it at least twice because I had to get the crawfish shirt. It's really hard to say. I need to play through Skyward Sword again, and I haven't played any of the 2D ones except for Link Between Worlds, which was so much fun. My favorite for a long time was Ocarina of Time, but then Majora 3D came out, and I played through that again, and I realized I really like Majora. So I don't know. I don't know what the best Zelda game is. Mikey, which video was that? I'm gonna ask that, and then in 5 minutes I'm gonna see an answer from you, because in 5 minutes you'll have heard me asking you that. This is the best of all worlds. Oh my gosh, there's got to be a better way to see the questions. Ah, where's the Google Hangout but window? Rider for Life. Yes, it looks like you. That's how the Q&A feature on Google Plus works. Only on Google Plus. You guys can also ask me questions on Google Plus. There's a Q&A feature there, and I have a window here. I'll see it in. Shoot, that's gonna be switching between the two. Does everybody on YouTube have a Google Plus account still, or did people stop needing to have Google Plus accounts? Because this might be easier if uh, yeah. This is I'm sorry, I forgot what a crazy mixed up monkey of a bear this whole system is. Bah. Okay. Come back. Looking for new questions because I know they're there. I know I'm gonna find them. Harry Shearer leaving The Simpsons. I haven't watched The Simpsons in years, so I can't pretend that I'm bummed out about it. I don't know how they're going to proceed when he voices so many of the characters, because, like, how do you cut Mr. Burns and Smithers out? And, yeah, The Simpsons just shouldn't still be on. I mean, I love this. Like, I love The Simpsons. It's one of my all-time favorite shows, but I haven't watched it in years because I just get nothing out of the new episodes. Game of Thrones season finale. Every season, less and less is being accomplished because it's just so spread out right now. I'm actually going to avoid going into any more detail because I don't want to spoil it for anybody who might not have seen it. Sorry, Kakenzi. Is Stefan my favorite abridger? Oh, well, I'm partial Presley Lynch. I am well because I've worked with Stefan and I know his process and what he tries to do, and I like his approach. Like what he and Team 4-Star and a lot of other groups do, like they get what so many of like the ones who aren't successful, they get what those people don't, because you can see like 5 million different takes on how Pokemon would be if it was abridged. But One Kid's Entertainment and Noeking and Jerry 64, they get how comedy comes from character. All their jokes are built on the personalities they've rewritten for those characters. Whereas some other one I saw years ago, I don't know how I stumbled upon it, but like all it was just Ash thinking to himself about how much he wants to sex up Misty, and which is gross because they're 10 years old and that's not funny. And if you're making jokes like that about 10-year-olds, you're gross and go away. But yeah, like that's what I appreciated, like, you know, like what Stefan does with Attack on Titan and what Team 4-Star does with Dragon Ball Z. They get that good comedy comes from character, not from references and just constant jokes that are not related to anything of what's going on in the scene, I should say. So F you, Family Guy. Any new content coming soon? Yeah, Watson. I'm shooting a video tomorrow or Monday. Just depends. I've been meaning to sit down and shoot it for a while, but this week got nuts and it's going to be green screen. So it's another music video. And then actually what's cool is after that one, I'm planning on finally shooting my review of Dragon Ball Evolution. And I'm also currently scripting my review of the follow-up to that. Follow-up to Dragon Ball Evolution is going to be Advent Children. Hoping to have Dragon Ball Evolution out in August. Like, shoot, maybe sooner, who knows. And if you didn't see the announcement on my Facebook page, Stefan just launched a new channel. It's called Reality Punch Studios, and I'm going to be contributing content to that as well in a show called Smash Candidates. I won't go into details of what it is, but it's related to Super Smash Bros. And from the title, you can kind of guess what it's about. So yeah. From English major, any story tropes that turn you off from the work, regardless of the medium. I'm not sure. I mean, in terms of screenwriting, there's a million things I've seen. I've done script coverage for companies before, and you're gonna lose me if you describe your own sequence as epic in the description. I know that's not really a trope, but I've read so many action movies because I was getting paid to, and my gosh, like who you don't describe your own sequence as epic. I don't care how big the gun is or the explosion is or how many wheels are on the truck. You don't get to call your own stuff epic, especially if it's horribly written, like the gun fetish some of these authors have. Blah. Hyrule Warriors is lots of fun when it's not broken. Half-breed 1426. It's fun when it's allowing you to just mindlessly destroy things, but it's not always that. It's super grindy and you have to farm for items, which is a real pain in the butt. I've kind of gotten the hang of that aspect of it now that I'm playing it again, but it's a real pain in the ass sometimes. Do you like Skyward Sword? I haven't played Skyward Sword since it first came out, and I've heard the negative opinions on it. I remember enjoying it a lot, despite the final boss battle being one, kind of boring, two, Skyward Strikes just stopped working for me, so I died because I couldn't do the mechanic I needed to, and it wasn't my fault because I did the thing. The game went weird on me. I need to play it again. I need to, because I saw Ego Raptor sequelitis video, and I need to relearn my own opinion of that game. So many comments. They keep coming in. 1, 2, 3, big bottle of gin. Garnet, I would not review Cubics, I don't think, because I barely watched it as a kid, and I don't know. I imagine it has a lot of fans who really liked it when it was on. I'm not among them, and it's kind of a footnote in my mind. I don't do a lot of, and I don't review TV shows really. I haven't. Every time I think about reviewing a show, it just looks like this massive wall I cannot surmount because I don't have just 90 minutes of stuff to watch and write about. I have however many episodes and seasons. It's a pain. Why are I dumb? Sketch comedy because you are a dumb butt and your face looks like a turkey with no hammers. Thank you, Mikey, for the video. What are your thoughts on Fallout? I have none because I don't play Fallout. Jesus, is it because I'm sweating? I should turn my icy. It's pretty hot. It's pretty hot. It's California, so. Did I like Jurassic World? I had fun at Jurassic World. Intellectually, it's not a great film. And no Jurassic sequel is ever going to match the significance of the first Jurassic Park because that wasn't just a great film. It was also a very significant film in terms of special effects. Yeah, my sister hated it. Like when I saw it with my sister yesterday. As we were driving from the theater, she just like found more and more things she didn't like about it, and I saw them too. The CGI dinosaurs were BS. The fact that they only had like 3 animatronics and the whole thing was BS. Yeah, not a good movie, but I did have a lot of fun. Plenty of fan servicey moments, and I just ate those up. How fun is it voicing Jean? I am looking forward to season 2. I keep forgetting season 2 is happening because, yeah. Cracker 3011. White person. Cracker. It is very fun voicing Jean. It's not very, because it's not very different from how I normally. It's actually very different because as you can see right now, when I'm talking casually, I'm more in my throat. Whereas Jean is a lot more up in his nose, and I enunciate way more because I want to be very, forward going, and I also just want to make sure that none of what I say gets muddled. So when I'm saying, stuff to frickin', I'll be in a Skype call and I'll just be talking like this, and then Stefan will give me notes on my delivery, and then it'll be great. We'll just do it great. Yeah. That wasn't Jean by the end. I don't know what that was. No, I have not seen Disney Pixar's Inside Out. I have no opinions on it. I've heard it's great, though, and I want to see it. Thank you, Presley. I also think it's very funny. And I can say that without being impartial because I don't write it. Upcoming game. Oh gosh, dang it. Upcoming games: Zelda Wii U. Thoughts on Lilo and Stitch? Lilo and Stitch is a good movie, and I appreciate that there's a movie that kids who feel out of place when they're young can sympathize with. No, Ryan, I didn't listen to Boy Named Goo. I'm sorry. I haven't. Majora's Mask, I haven't done competitive battling in Pokemon for a good long while. I got really into it with Pokemon Y, but then other games came out, namely Smash. And I do play on for Glory mode for Smash 3DS. I don't give my friend code out though because it's like I only have so many limited spots, but also I usually give my friend codes out just to people I know. Well, I do some of my Jean voice and some of my lines, please. Okay. I'm trying to think what he said, like an extended thing that can stand as just Jean. Okay. Here's one. I hope I don't max out the mic because this is a shouty one. No, these pricks are the reason we came here in the first place. If they just done their job and got us our gas, we'd all be over the wall by now, and I'd be sipping tea or eating diamonds or whatever the frack they do in the interior. How was that? Those raps do anything for you? Oh, and I got some comments to review. I really like live streams. Also, can you check out my channel? Ghiblio Games, I'm gonna give you a pro tip here. Don't ask other people to check out. Don't solicit other people with your stuff. It's really off-putting. Like, when I get messages from literally anybody, like messages or comments like that, it's really off-putting. Nothing personal, just don't do that going forward. You know how you mentioned that you tend to think that films are any reason I started doing that. Presley Lynch, the reason I started doing more thematic analysis, obviously from the very start, I'm not going to pretend it's not the case. I wanted to be the nostalgia critic for the new millennium, and I just grabbed his format. Problem is, I never quite got the hang of the plot point joke formula. As you'll see in a lot of my reviews, especially Harry Potter, there are just times where the movie just keeps playing, and I don't know how to cut around it because I was really averse to like doing plot summary voiceover over after a while, but I didn't know how to find a balance. But then I tried Pokemonth, and Pokemonth I kind of missed writing essays, even though I don't miss school. And it was really fun just to dig more into Pokemon because I didn't even really start to pick up on the different themes in the Pokemon movies until I got a couple in. Because Mewtwo Strikes Back, I just looked at the cultural impact. Then 2000 was just as a follow-up to Mewtwo Strikes Back. Then 3 was just, I love 3. But then Forever is where I started to pick up on more like, this is their Princess Mononoke, and Destiny Deoxys is their Godzilla film. Stuff like that. And that's a lot more fun. And I feel like I'm leaning way further from the nostalgia critic, more towards the nostalgia chick now. I've grown to appreciate how Lindsay's approach was. She doesn't go by nostalgia chick anymore, I don't think. She's just Lindsay Ellis, and cool. I appreciate Lindsay's approach of like, here's my thesis, here's my evidence to support my thesis. That's what I'm really trying to bring. Dragon Ball Evolution and Advent Children, those scripts are shaping up to be more like longer form versions of the Pokemon reviews. And that's just more interesting to me, and it's a lot more fun. Anthony, don't have to apologize. I don't hate Dragon Ball Evolution. I mean, it's not a great film, but I don't hate it. Thoughts on Resurrection of F? None. I was never a super fan of Dragon Ball Z. I watched it in middle school when I finally got Cartoon Network because I felt there was an obligation to, but it's not one I grew up with, and it's not what I'm super invested in. I get why people like it. I personally think I don't know. DBZ is just not my thing. Dark Souls, Bloodborne, I'm not MLG pro at nothing except maybe Chameleon Twist for Nintendo 64. I've only seen Dark Souls and Bloodborne played on Game Grumps. I'm a kid or a squid? I'm both, because I'm Sam Dullard from Rocket Power. Woogity, woogity, woogity. What? Kabiff. Jesus, in most of my reviews, I'm always sweaty. Yeah, that's because I live in California. I'll hack you. Left mods, I'm going. I don't know if that's a threat or if I said the word hack earlier and you said, okay, you're a cool kid. And your favorite. Favorite video of mine. I assume. That's really hard to say because there's so many now. My favorite review is probably Aragon, just because I feel like that one's really solid. As in that review format or whatever, that's where that was kind of like I didn't, what's the word I'm looking for? I finally created the wheel on that one. I wasn't able to recreate it with later ones like Harry Potter. Went right back to the stuff that I try to avoid. Aragon. Aragon is my favorite review video. Of the music videos, in terms of editing, Evade the Black Rider was really fun. And so was the new Mortal Kombat one. I don't know. Yeah, I think in terms of like just the process of making the video, Evade the Black Rider was new for me. There was a lot of challenges I like, had to get past, and for that reason, it was really fun to do that one. What's your video? Okay, have you heard of Mysterious Mr. Enter? Yes, I have told a drama. I cannot remember why I've heard of him. I think he does. Is he that guy who's reviewed like individual episodes of SpongeBob? I haven't watched him. I think somebody brought him up when I reviewed the SpongeBob movie with Spazmaster. In the comments, I looked him up and I saw like 3 seconds of a video and I stopped watching because it was like, cool, SpongeBob. What did you think of the 4th season of Game of Thrones? Nothing happened. Less and less has been happening with every season of Game of Thrones because they're running out of book to recreate. But I still enjoyed parts of it. I still like Tyrion. I still like Jon. I still like some other characters. Brienne, that's the other one I like. And I really started to. I have a friend who loves Stannis, and I didn't get why she loved Stannis until this season. Even though things happened that changed that. I know those were different from the book. But for a while, I really liked Stannis. Jefferton, yeah, I really like these are the Apple EarPods endorsement now. Yeah, I really like the EarPods. They're really comfortable, and there was a Groupon for extras, so I have extra ones in case these crap out on me. I don't know why I'm wearing these. I don't need headphones in right now. Funniest movie, in my opinion? That's a really tough question. I have a lot of favorite comedies, but they're funny in different ways. Monty Python, Holy Grail, Hot Fuzz, Liar Liar, probably some other Jim Carrey movie. Maybe it's not Liar Liar. I just love Jim Carrey. That was loud. Wow, sorry. And yeah, there's no single funniest movie I can't say. Oh, Blazing Saddles is hilarious. I just watched that again with my dad on Father's Day because that's his favorite movie. So my sister and I made him a breakfast, and we decorated the living room to look like we had a wanted poster of him up. And what happened? Oh yeah, and in his car, we made him a Father's Day card with Mongo on the front. Said Mongo only pawn in Game of Life. Long story short, Blazing Saddles is a funny movie. Mistakes were made, and you can't unmake them, Cracker. Cracker, you can't unmake them, Cracker. That was racist. Can you... Percival, not really. I can't really put Test Your Mind on iTunes because none of those songs are complete songs. I'm gonna put Sub-Zero on iTunes eventually. I just need to get off my butt and make it happen. But the bits you hear of those songs in the Test Your Mind video, that's all I recorded for them because that's all I needed because I only write them for the jokes, and that was all I needed. Ta-da! Like some people have asked me if and when I'm gonna make full versions of them, but none of them really merit full 3-minute versions. The most developed song in there was the parody of "Do You Want to Build a Snowman?" But after the first verse, Scorpion kills Sub-Zero, so there's no point in writing more of it. Though that is actually where the idea for the Sub-Zero Let It Go parody came from, was because I thought, oh, it'd be kind of funny if it was like, do you want to fight a snowman? And then the first verse, Scorpion would kill Bi-Han, the older Sub-Zero, and then the next verse would be the younger Sub-Zero coming forth, but I never did that. But then later on, eventually, I guess that idea in my head, in the back of my mind, changed to be whatever, and then became Sub-Zero. Best review have you done on your channel? Oh yeah, Majora's Mask. I think you probably heard me answer this already, but Aragon, you're a bitch, Left Mods. How do you like that? And I can Cool guns, and wow, you posted a bunch of letters in a language that I don't know how to read. You're a cool kid. Hey, everybody, Left Mods is a cool kid. Everybody be his friend. Yeah, Jesus, Spaz and I had a lot of fun doing Spongebob. We were supposed to do that video right after Snakes on a Plane, actually, hence the previously on segment. But our schedules didn't line up because I lived out in Orange County at the time, and Charlie Spazmaster lived up in like the LA area. But now I live up in the LA area, so we finally were able to make it work, and we got to make lots of fun time travel references. And suddenly, I had wrinkles on my face. Oh shoot, are people posting questions on G plus two and I'm not seeing them? I'm so sorry. Oh, hey Cracker, you're testing the thing. Cool. I think this is such a god, the commenting system and this is such a nightmare. I'm just gonna keep it on YouTube going forward. I'm gonna keep it on YouTube. Uh, I don't think I've really gotten a huge Kakenzi. I don't think I've gotten a huge push from A Bridge on Titan. I mean, I've gotten plenty of comments from people who said like, oh hey, it's Jean, and that's been really cool. But I think popularity wise, I think I've been on a pretty steady rise. It hasn't been an epic mountain scaling amazing thing. I have yet to crack the code to make that one video that suddenly gets you a whole bunch of attention and shared on Facebook a bajillion times. But it's really cool that it's kind of fun when like every once in a while I'll get a comment from somebody who heard my voice in some completely different project and traced that because I'm sure Stefan put a link somewhere in the description to my other stuff. Of course, I've read fanfiction Chandler B, and I also, when I was younger, tried writing fanfiction, not realizing that it was fanfiction because I didn't know fanfiction was a thing. I just thought, you know what, I want to write a book out of Ocarina of Time because that's not a copyright issue. Fanfiction, I mean, I know it has like a very, infamous reputation because stuff like My Immortal exists, but Sursum Ursa, who's also on That Guy with the Glasses and Geek Vision, she made a great point in a video a while back. Fanfiction is actually a great platform for young writers to develop their skills because you need feedback in order to understand what you need to improve on. And if you're just writing a completely original story, it's kind of like with web video. If you're just making a completely original sketch removed from everything, you don't have as big of a chance of getting an audience as you would if you made a video about an anime or a movie that everybody likes. And same with like if you write a story with characters from something else that people really like, you have a better chance of people seeing your stuff. And then if they're not just dicks who say, you suck, go die in a fire, they'll give you actual constructive feedback and that'll help you to improve your craft. And then you can apply that to original stories once you move forward from the fanfic thing. And I've seen some fan fiction that's actually really well written. So yeah, that. Have you seen Elsing Ultimate? Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, especially because of that video they made that my good buddy Stefan animated for him. The end. I don't know. Freaking awesome. Thank you. You're welcome, Zach Jenkins. I can't remember what you're thanking me for. Ayana, I'm 25. Michael McJunkin, I didn't watch Danny Phantom a whole bunch. I liked Kim Possible when it was still on. I don't still watch either of them, but, yeah. Josh Tika 18, I don't know. Ask my mom, because I got most of my face traits from her. And I got, like, my dad's nose. I don't know how to answer that. I'm sorry. Vanilla cake or chocolate mud cake. I like chocolate cake. I prefer chocolate. Have I kissed Stefan yet? No, Ezzy. Our relationship had not come to fruition when I was still in Texas. And I mean, just the tension has been palpable every time we've been on Skype together. It's just waiting for the moment. I'm sure next time we're in the same physical vicinity, our eyes will meet, and it'll just be magic. And all that shipping that his younger sister has done. That was a weird thing to say. Stefan, if you're watching this, I apologize for everything. Spanish fly. Why did I say that? I don't know what that is. I know it's a thing, but no. Will you ever get around to reviewing the next Pokemon films? Ever thought of review along with Suede? Seraphimon. I announced this a while back, actually. It's on my Facebook page, but Yeah. What you're seeing right here, along with this is Pokemon 2. This is everything from Pokemon Ranger, the Temple of the Sea, to Genesect, the Legend Awakened, also Mewtwo Returns. So yeah, I'm doing the other ones. I'm not doing any of the Kalos movies because those are still coming out, and they've only done. By the time I've done Pokemon 2, they'll only have made 2 of them. But I'm gonna do the next 8, and I'll do a little bonus episode on Mewtwo Returns because a lot of people seem to want to hear that. They totally tried to make Ash get on with the Pokemon and Heroes. Japan is full of creepy pedo sex weirdos. That's very nice, Ryan. I don't think they tried to make him get it on with anything because he's 10 years old, actually, just like he never was going to get it on with Misty, and he was never going to get it on with May, and it's gross. But yeah, it's weird. I don't care how like innocent you try to make it, human and animal. Despite how many people have left me comments on that review telling me how I'm bigoted for thinking it's weird for the Pokemon human relationship, it's gross. Oh, Presley. Oh yeah. You're welcome. But that was actually, I can't remember if that was actually Haley, Charlie's wife. She's the one who realized that I think she was the one who realized that SpongeBob was the Odyssey. And we just ran with that. But yeah, I think that was her who came up with that. Useless Guy 12. Any amiibo hunting stories? Nothing crazy. Actually, the craziest I've gone for the sake of buying amiibos. Uh, I took an early lunch at work one day because I got wind that Curacao, and Curacao is basically Mexican Sears. I don't know where they are in America. We have them in California. That Curacao had King DDD and a couple others for sale. So I drove like 20 miles to Panorama City, and the street traffic in Panorama City, or at least on this day, it was god awful. Like just stuff that's usually stop and go traffic on the freeway was just the side streets in this place, and it was terrible. And when I got there, they had DDD. They had one. They had a couple left. I just bought one because I didn't want to be a jerk. And they were charging $20 for it. Everything else was its regular retail price, but they got wind of how rare DDD was. So the most I paid for an amiibo over MSRP, I paid $20 for King DDD. And then when Wave 5 just came out, Wave 4, I mean, I posted some pics on Twitter, but I camped out all night in front of a Toys R Us to get a Greninja and Robin and Lucina and Charizard. That's about as crazy as it got. And I was the first one in line. I wasn't the first one in the parking lot, but I was the first one dumb enough to get out of his car and sit on the concrete. But I had a sleeping bag and I got some shut-eye, so that was good. I have not played Metal Gear. I have not. My experiences with Metal Gear are restricted to the couple times I used Snake and Smash Bros. Brawl, a guy who likes stuff. Will you please sing love songs by Jean? Oh God. Oh, sorry, rather by Gene, because that's how it's. Yeah, Zach. I'm gonna do some like. I got my guitar ready. If people want to hear me play later, so I can do that a little bit later. Yeah. Jesus, I prefer Marvel just because they're making better movies right now, and I don't read comics. DC just doesn't know what the hell it's doing movie wise. And also just I love Batman. And I liked Young Justice a lot. Wally was my favorite character on that. Marvel is just of the mediums in which I enjoy superhero stories, which is movies and television. What I've seen from Marvel has been a lot better than what I've seen from DC. Cock and Z, the problem with the Rayquaza Deoxys battle is that it doesn't have anything to do with anything else that's going on. It's supposed to make the situation for the characters more perilous, but there's one shot, and I use the shot intentionally in my review, where they just come up out of the subway station or whatever. They're up that staircase, and Rayquaza and Deoxys fly right by them, and nothing bad happens. Like the risk they're supposed to pose for the characters never comes to fruition. And obviously, like nobody's going to get their legs crushed by debris because this is a Pokemon movie. But what's important for me is just this is. I don't know if it's unfair of me to hold it to this standard, but like one of the reasons I love 3 so much is that Charizard Entei fight is kick ass because, I mean, and I think this is just one small element of it, but the fact that Ash is on Charizard's back the whole time, the stakes aren't just 2 Pokemon fighting while it's completely removed from what the human characters are doing. Like, Ash is in the fray with Charizard, and that really helps like an emotional investment because everybody already is invested in Charizard. Nobody wants Entei to crush Charizard's neck and blast him with Purple Fire of Doom. but also the fact that you put the human element in there too, because in so many of the later movies, when these battles are happening, like in Rise of Darkrai, Dialga and Palkia are like launching fireballs and crap at each other, and everybody is just watching and doing some completely different stuff. They're not involved in the action, and sure, like the situation is perilous for the human characters who are there, but you don't see that taking an effect on them. And there's like, I mean, like I said, even in my review, like the way they animate Rayquaza and Deoxys is really cool to look at. It's just the fact that it's two cool things fighting isn't enough to make me interested in the fight itself. I need something more there to invest me. Majora's Mask, I already answered that. I'm not doing full songs of the Mortal Kombat things because there's no more territory to explore with the jokes. The jokes ended when the songs ended in the video. Goo Gamp, I don't remember. So, I mean, I've seen a ton of crossover videos, most of them on that guy with the glasses, and to be honest, they're mostly nostalgia critic videos, and a lot of them were in one ear out the other. I've enjoyed Suede's stuff. Somebody asked me if I was ever going to work with Suede. That's not up to me. That's up to him, and I haven't talked to him one-on-one. I've like spoken with him in like group conversations, but Suede and I have never spoken one-on-one. I'm not sure if he's actually, because what happened with Juwario, God rest him. I'm not sure if Suede's even going to continue those Pokemon reviews because I know he said that Justin was supposed to be his like constant companion through all those videos, and so he might just like let that kind of like peter out. I'm not sure what his plans are. But yeah, favorite crossover review I've been in. I've been in like 2. Wait, which one? I was in Ready to Rumble. I was in Stonehenge Apocalypse with Mikey. Mikey, I don't know if did you ever put that one out? And I was in SpongeBob with Spaz. I don't know. I don't know. There's also one that Stefan and I filmed forever ago that we never finished because there were a bunch of issues with production. We filmed it twice actually, but again, different issues with production. So yeah, I don't Googamp to answer your question. I don't actually get like super excited over crossover videos, but I have enjoyed the ones I've been in like all pretty equally. Anthony, I've seen very little of Heroes, so it's not something I'm invested in. Thank you, Dan Cheeto. Delibird for Smash Indeed. What's your favorite MCU movie? Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier. There's a comic called Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash. Yes, Chandler, I was aware. I have not read it. I know it's a bit random, but what is your favorite puppy? I like golden retrievers. My family still has one. His name is Miles. Presley Lynch, how did you reach a video the Black Robin scene with brainstorming to how to Weird Al paper? I have no idea, Presley. I know that's a common question. Like, where do your ideas come from? And I'm not saying that I get that a lot. I say I know everybody. Like, a lot of people get that a lot. I have no idea. I didn't go into it thinking like, man, I really want to parody Paperback Writer. It's just always been my favorite Beatles song. And then I think just, I don't know, randomly one day I was like, oh, these words sound similar to these words. And then, yeah, that was it. It was just like, I don't know where it came from. It just came up. Oh, thank you, Total Drama. Yeah, I would like to be a voice actor. That'd be cool. I haven't looked into the necessary channels to get that kind of work. I really should probably, instead of sitting on my laurels and just working the day job. Thank you, Jesus. That's very nice of you to say. What's my favorite show, Giovanni? Of all time, it's probably 30 Rock, even though that's not on anymore. New shows that are still on TV, Community. It's not on TV, but it's still making new episodes. Into any MOBA games? Nah, Cracker. I play, like, nah. MOBA's never been... MOBA, strategy, and, like, MMORPGs, they've never really been, like, my thing. I haven't played Mortal Kombat X Kakken, so I can't tell you. I've only, I've seen I watched the full story mode online just because I wasn't going to sit around and wait until I had an Xbox One to play it myself. So I just sat down and sat through the story mode because that was my main impetus to buy the game. And I like what they did with the story mode. It was cool, even though like a lot of characters weren't in it very much. I appreciate some of the decisions they made. I like how they're taking risks with what they're doing with the characters in the story mode. Jacquevis White, that's a tough one. Because I thought about it and I watched all the other Twilight movies in anticipation of reviewing them. But Twilight isn't relevant anymore. Like if I mean, somebody even pointed this out when my New Moon review got posted to that guy with the glasses. Uh, when I posted on that guy with the glasses, somebody pointed out, like, why are we still making fun of New Moon? And like, I had to explain to them, well, this video is actually a couple years old. It was relevant when I made it. But yeah, so I don't really see a point in reviewing any. Like, I have a copy of Eclipse again, which was anticipation of reviewing it, but there's not really a point now because Twilight isn't a thing anymore. Jamiris Farner, you're not cool. Haha, you were blocked by my spam filter. You sought to spread profanity throughout the stream? Nay, I say to you. Kiss my grits. Excuse me. About Marvel DC. Do you like... I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I'm... Oh, thank you, Jesus. Is no influence to that at all. Is of no... Sorry, Presley, whatever I was saying, when you said the Tigwittig comment, I have no idea because there's a delay between what I say and when you guys hear it. Yeah, Anthony, I want the snakes off the plane, bro. Wanted video game sequel? I don't know. I don't really have a, because I know there's Half-Life 3, there's Shenmue, which I know just got announced. I don't have a franchise like that I've been waiting with bated breath for a sequel to. Because I know there's always going to be another Zelda, there's always going to be another Pokemon game, there's always going to be another Smash Bros. All my favorite franchises are Nintendo properties, and they love their sequels. Majora's Mask, I own Xenoblade Chronicles. I bought it with the money I made scalping a Marth amiibo. I still haven't played it, though. I was holding off because I was thinking of making a Let's Play channel, but at this point, because I need a partner and everybody I do it with lives too far south, so I'm going to get to Xenoblade Chronicles eventually because it's on my shelf. Impossible cover you want to see happen. Crossover I want to see happen. Are we talking about Tigwittig, Lightning Tiger? I have no idea. Or movies? I have no idea. Danny... I am cool because I'm not cool. I don't know. If you would do any, I want your Dungeons and Dragons in a way. Oh, Genevieve. That's surprising. If I do any review requests, I do take requests, Genevieve, but I don't guarantee that I'll review the movies I do request because people want to see stuff that doesn't necessarily meet my criteria for reviewing films. Like, I've tried to gravitate more towards films that, because I'm not so much doing like this is what kids were watching in the early 2000s. It's more just like what were geeks really into around this time. Hence why I'm doing Advent Children. Yeah, so I mean, feel free if you have stuff you'd like to see me do, feel free to let me know. That helps me get an impression of what people want to see. I just don't guarantee that I'll do it. And I'm not sure how to help you with the D&D review. I know that Warner Brothers has blocked it in a couple countries on YouTube. As for Blip, I'm not sure where you're from, but I know Blip doesn't work in all countries, so I'm not sure how to help you out there, because that's the system doesn't like reviews. Of course I like Queen, Christian. I love Queen. Queen's the best. In the review, do you really... No, played by me. I like SpongeBob. I like SpongeBob fine. Charlie and I, like, a lot of the points we made in favor of SpongeBob, we both feel that way. But we needed some kind of dynamic to make the crossover feel like more than just two guys talking about the same thing. Because if we were both making the exact same points, it wouldn't have been as, it wouldn't have been compelling. I'm not sure if it was compelling, but you know what I'm saying. And in my videos, I tend to be a bit snarkier anyway, where Charlie is a lot more, woo, yeah! So that we took those two extremes a bit further in the opposite directions, and that's what we worked with. First of all, oh yeah, I just talked about this. I've thought about doing a Let's Play. I just I have not found the time. I do own an Elgato, though. How did you get Shulk, William K? I pre-ordered him on GameStop.com. I just had good timing. Jesus, oh yeah, the hater comments are fun. I love those. Thoughts on yesterday? Seraphimon. I am very happy that the United States has taken another step towards this being a place where you will not risk having the crap eaten out of you or losing your job or any of that simply because of who you are attracted to. There's a lot. I know there's a lot of, even though gay marriage is now legal in the United States, there's a lot of other policies in other states rather, where there are serious consequences just to coming out, which is bullshit. Wow, I didn't mean to say that word, but it is. I guess the occasion calls for it. Uh, but it's a step in the right direction. I mean, as the home of the free, like we can't. A place that claims to be the home of the free has no right to give one opportunity to one kind of person, not the same opportunity to another. Best movie. I don't know what the best movie of 2014 was. My favorite movies of 2014 were Nightcrawler, Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America 2. Excuse me, I burped. There were some other ones. I can't remember them. How to Train Your Dragon 2. I like that one. I wish that would have won Best Picture and Best Animated instead of Big Hero 6. Graham, my favorite movies are. I should really post like an FAQ thing somewhere because I get this a lot. Hook, That Thing You Do, Mortal Kombat, even though it's bad, I like it. Lord of the Rings trilogy, Star Wars trilogy, and some other ones. What are the Amiibos and why are they so popular? But I know Anthony, Amiibos are what they call toy to life, I think, figures. They have chips in them that allow them to interact with specific software. And Amiibos are just those for Nintendo characters. What they do in Smash Brothers is that they store a artificial intelligence fighter of whatever character they're a statue of, and by fighting against that character learns from fighting and then gets better, and you can power them up and stuff. And eventually they become ridiculously broken because they have stupid AI that allows them to instantly dodge any attack you throw at them, and it's frustrating. I don't use them for their in-game functions, though. I mean, I use them for like extra bonuses in Hyrule Warriors and stuff. I mostly just like them because they look cool on my shelf. I'm sure any ladies I bring over will think the same thing, like, wow, this guy has a lot of Amiibos. That's husband material. They're popular because they're a Nintendo product and they're collectible. That's why. I have not seen Flash or Arrow. I'm getting these really late. I'm sorry. Jesus, yeah, I like the color pink just fine. Rodrigo, somebody asked, yeah, I don't have any thoughts on DBZ Resurrection F. I just, yeah. Kakenz, the only YouTube channels I really watch, apart from ones that are like run by my friends, is Game Grumps for Let's Plays. Caleb Hiles, he does really great covers. He does mostly Disney songs. He's a great singer. Jax Films, who's a sketch guy. He also does vlogs. He's really funny. And apparently I live really close to him. I saw him walking down the street today. That was crazy. Jack Douglas. Percival, I'm pretty sure this stream will be automatically posted to YouTube. Oh yeah, Jahash person with candy corners, their icon. That wasn't a crossover though. That was a cameo. But yeah, I was in that. I've done plenty of cameos. I'm 25. Oh yeah, Ryan. Ryan, that wasn't a crossover. That was a cameo, and you know it. The Michael Jackson thing. Oh, cool, Mikey. That explains the Stonehenge thing. I'm so late. I'm gonna rapid fire. Emily Lawrence, I'd record an album. If I had unlimited money and resources, I'd record my album that I wanted to make for years. Who are my mains in Smash Bros? Link, Shulk, Roy, Lucario, and Mewtwo. I'll decide to make a voice for you. I have no idea what I have no idea how to answer that Legendary Knight because I don't think like, oh man, this character needs to be like this. I have no idea. Do you have really good ideas why you don't? I don't have any money, Emily Chip. I've had ideas for movies. I just haven't made myself sit down. I think when National Novel Writing Month comes around this year, pending I'm not too busy with Pokemon, I'm gonna actually try and make that happen. I want to try and finish a screenplay this year because I've had a couple ideas. I just haven't messed with them. I mean, not that I haven't messed with them. I haven't sat down to finish them because I always get stuck on like things that I don't take the time to power through the blocks. Favorite episode and character of Avatar. Favorite character is Zuko. Favorite episode, I don't know, but yeah, Zuko's my favorite. Thank you, Jahash Kazash. You're awesome. What is my fave movie? I've already answered that, Dimitri. Why can't I remember you or why am I sub to this channel? I don't know, Ryan Wall. You tell me. Come to the garden and be in my posse. refreshing because there's new comments I have not seen. There's so many comments I've not seen. What's my okay? Yeah, Tyler, I love Archer. Archer's great. What's shoot favorite quote? The running gags are great. There's some the I would prefer not to. Bartleby the Scrivener. You guys aren't Melville fans. He's not an easy read. That's one of my favorite Archer quotes. Giovanni, it's not up to me if I cross over with the channel awesome people. To be honest, I mean, sure if that's an opportunity, so I wouldn't turn it down. But I mean, unless Doug approaches me, I don't think it's gonna happen. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad you explained that, Jamaris Farner. But yeah, I have a filter set up, so if like profanity like that comes up, it's gonna get blocked, and then I'll decide from there, like if it gets posted or not. Chamber of Secrets, then. Yeah, Presley, I'm planning to do Chamber of Secrets eventually. Oathkeeper, there isn't going to be a new season of what we had to watch. I'm just going to start making reviews again. The first two should be out before Pokemon 2. I'm not doing season 3 because there's no point to it for me anymore. I don't need a storyline. I don't need seasons. I'm just going to do reviews. Josh Tika, favorite animated movie? Frig. I don't know. Pokemon 3. It's not that. I have like a handful of animated movies I like. I like Treasure Planet. Okay, it's Emperor's New Groove. Never mind. Thoughts on Ralph Bakshi? I know he has a big cult following. His work was rushed and inconsistent, though. So much rotoscoping. Joseph, I don't know what kind of new Pokemon I'd like to see. That's like I don't like have thoughts of like I usually don't know what I want to see in a new game until they do it. Once a new feature's been added, then I'll know if I wanted it or if I didn't, if that makes any sense. I want Mega Delibird. Maybe I don't want Mega Delibird, but I want him to be relevant again. And Mega Dunsparce. Do you like guns? No, Zach. My dad is a former police officer, and he's taken me shooting a couple times, and that was interesting. But I don't like have a passion for guns. Favorite consoles by generation? I don't know. I like the GameCube. Oh wait, do you want like my favorite of each generation? I can't say anything for third or fourth. Kakins. I owned a Nintendo 64. I played my GameCube more than my PlayStation 2. I played my Wii more than my Xbox 360, and I only own a Wii U. So there you go. Opponents on YouTube, like I haven't got. I mean, I've gotten a couple like people who've left me a couple nasty comments across different videos, and I've never gotten any sincere YouTube commentary. Have you guys seen like YouTube commentaries where like somebody didn't like somebody's review so much that they review the review? Like I've never gotten any of those. None that were serious. I have a friend who does a character who does like commentaries on me every once in a while, and I think it's really funny. But I don't have any like, I don't have any, I don't have a nemesis or rivals. Genevieve, favorite Let's Play channel is Game Grumps. When you go to play, yeah, Majora's Mask. I'm sure I will. Whenever I'm watching movies or playing games, like usually I won't shut up about it on Twitter. So yeah, I'll keep people up. I haven't seen Grant. I haven't seen much of Brotherhood. I haven't seen all of regular Full Metal Alchemist either. I've seen most of it. I liked Full Metal Alchemist just fine because I didn't read the manga, so I didn't have that whole like differences lens while watching it. So yeah. Fondest Pokemon memories, Rodrigo. First time I had a 6 IV something was pretty sick. I got into IV breeding for a while with Pokemon Y. So that was cool when I got it to work for me. If you had to be thrown into any movie, what would it be? I don't know. Scott Pilgrim versus the World. That'd be cool. Final thoughts on Legend of Korra. Do I think Korrasami worked? Legend of Korra was a giant science project where they just threw crap at the wall to see what stuck. And because of that, it was not as strong as Avatar The Last Airbender. However, I liked some of what they did. I like that they took risks. Korrasami made more sense than Korra Mako or Mako and Asami. So, yeah. Don't know if this has been asked. What is my favorite Pokemon? Corey Price, how do you not know this about me? My favorite Pokemon is Delibird. Yay. There he is. You can't see him, but he's off camera now. Coolest username I've ever seen. Oh gosh, I don't know, Cryomancer. I appreciate that you're the Cryomancer. I like that word. How awesome would it be if Game Grumps played Ocarina of Time? Played by me, I would probably rip my hair out watching Game Grumps play Ocarina of Time, because I know Aaron would forget how to do something very basic, because he always does. Well, I mean, just watching him play Mario 64 was frustrating, and I'm not even like in love with that game. I played it, but I don't have like the same investment in that as I do in Ocarina of Time. I've only seen a few episodes of Gravity Falls, and it's good. I haven't seen the ending though. I'm just going here. Spy Kids review has been teased for. I don't have it planned right now, and hasn't really been. I'd want to like disagree that it's been teased forever. I brought it up in Aragon, but I haven't really mentioned Spy Kids since. I've thought about it. I still haven't watched the dang thing. I have the DVD. I found it Goodwill, but I still haven't watched it. No, sorry, Afu comic side. I haven't played Bayonetta. Zach, have I read How to Archer? No, I don't know what that is. Majora's Mask, that's crazy. How can you not be subscribed? Hey, be sure to like and subscribe and follow me on Facebook and have me on Instagram and ask me questions on Tumblr. Be sure to click here for another hilarious video. Are you a fan of any of the various Mega Man games? Curtain, I never got into Mega Man. I've never owned any of the games. They seem like fun, but I just never got into them. Giovanni, I'd only review Bonds Beyond Time if I could do like a three-way crossover with two other people. I don't know who those people would be, though, and I don't know when it would happen. It'd have to be at a convention, I assume. Oathkeeper, the movie's still being edited. I have no idea what the progress on it is, because I know the guys who were editing it had to take a break for other stuff. Percival, I'm probably going to stream until about 8 Pacific Standard Time, so about 45 minutes more. Yep, Jesus, I like Frozen. Frozen's awesome. Favorite anime, Christian Villa, is Back Mongolian Chop Squad. It's not the best I've ever seen, but it's my favorite. Kaken Z, I'm sorry it's 3 a.m. in Portugal, but it's 7 p.m. where I'm at. So, yeah, that's the thing. Ryan Hebb, don't crush my dreams. Are there any games that underappreciated in your eyes? What are they, if there are any? I have no idea, Presley. I don't play a whole lot of games, and all the games I do play they tend to be more mainstream. So I don't have any I don't really have any underrated titles that are close to my heart, unless I'm not aware that nobody else likes them. I don't know. This is gonna be awful, Jesus, but I am Groot. That's my best right now. It is Gene, Alice. It is Jean, whatever. Yeah, Anthony, I've seen commentaries. I've never seen a YouTube commentary that stood the slightest chance of changing my mind. If I liked the video they were doing a commentary on, they stood no chance of changing my mind, because the person who made... I've never seen a commentary that's had production value to match the video that they're doing the commentary on. Not that you should have crazy production quality if you're just going to record yourself talking over somebody else's thing. But yeah, I've never seen a compelling YouTube commentary. Rodrigo, my favorite Grump's probably Aaron. I like all of them, but usually if the easiest way for me to decide if I'm not going to watch a video, apart from it being a game I'm not interested in, is Aaron in this? Then okay, I'll probably pass. Susie and Barry is a fun combination, though. It only happens every once in a while, but I like when Susie and Barry play. It's weird lighting, Maddie. I'm also a little... It's hot here, and I don't have my air conditioning on, so I'm a little... I'm going to take 2 seconds to turn my AC on. I'll get to the end of the current questions I have in the... Anthony, Pokemon MMO, maybe? The issue with, something that spans all regions, though, is, I don't know. I don't know if I'd play a Pokemon MMO. I don't like MMOs because I don't like the idea of paying more than once for a game unless it's for DLC. I want to pay one amount for a finite amount of something. I don't want to keep paying for the same game. Of course, I'm excited for Wii U Zelda. Crackster, worst Harry Potter movie? I don't know, Lightning Tiger. I would need to Pokemon through the Harry Potter movies. Of the ones that I can remember the most, it's really tough because Harry Potter did not lend itself well to film at all. So I'm not sure what my favorite is or what the worst one is. I know a lot of people think that 3 is the best. What I've heard said of 3 is that Alfonso Cuarón was not afraid to make it a movie that was a movie, as opposed to like, because Chris Columbus was so bent on keeping as much as he could in that the first 2 movies really drag, whereas 3 was just like, okay, this is the movie, let's make it like a movie and not like a visual novel. Giovanni Orella, I started doing reviews because I thought I could make it a job, and I wanted to try to see if I could do the ha-has like the Doug Walkers and the Lewis Love Hogs. I don't know how good I am at it, and it's clearly not become a job for me. It's still a hobby, but I still enjoy it sometimes. Not sometimes. I still enjoy putting out a review every once in a while. I'm going to step away for a second. I need to get something to drink because my throat's getting dry, and I'm going to turn on my air conditioning so people can stop asking why I'm bright red right now. Also, it might be the light blue of the shirt contrasting with skin tones. Teal and orange, people. It's all teal and orange. I'm telling you, people, it's all teal and orange. It's just teal and orange. I get it. They're complementary colors. Give us something different. Yeah. Okay. I got some water in me. That should loosen this up a bit. And then I'm going to undo everything the water is going to do with this, because it's a diuretic and caffeine dries you out. Hand them back. Okay, refreshing the questions. Am I subscribed to Loot Crate? No, Graham, I can't afford it. I've thought about it a million times, but just looking back at past Loot Crates, I've only ever seen maybe 1 or 2 things I'd want to keep for myself. And I know the value of all the items you get in a single box is way more than what you paid for that box, but again, I need to want to keep everything that comes in. And I've already got enough crap lying around my room. I just don't got the space for it. Will you sing a Queen song? Sure, Majora's Mask. Yeah, I'll do this for 10 more minutes, then I guess I'll start doing some... if people want it, I'll do some song stuff, too. Favorite Hellsing Ultimate Moment? Carmancer, I think when Alucard shuts down the Tumblr girl. the girl who's, like, overly sensitive and is really just, like, who claims to be about social justice, but is really just, like, craving attention. I like that moment. That's funny. It's very meta. Sorry, Code, I don't have... Bindi, I don't have Splatoon. I haven't played it yet. I did buy the Splatoon amiibos for a friend when I camped out that morning, because he wanted them, but I haven't played it. Anthony, of course I want a flamethrower guitar. And yes, Fury Road was awesome. Played by Me Films, I don't really have any plans to... I don't really have plans to review the VeggieTales films. I've seen like 2 VeggieTales segments, and I saw the Pirates Who Don't Do Anything movie, and I thought it was fine. I mean, I don't see anything like... I think a lot of people probably, like, people make jokes about VeggieTales, but it's cool that, like, it's something that has lessons for kids, and I'm a Christian, so it's cool that, like, there's children's programming that tries to give kids those morals, those lessons. Can't make words with my brain. Without it being like, I mean, it's obviously overt, but it's not like too ham-fisted, and it is genuinely funny. Like its jokes are funny. Like of what I've seen, I've appreciated it. Best and worst Marvel movies. Worst Marvel movies: Iron Man 2. Best is Captain America: Winter Soldier. Favorite band is Green Day, Christian Villa. Lightning Tiger. Will I do weekly? Will I do weekly videos? Will I do weekly? Maybe. Yeah, I played in the snow, Percival. It was fun. We don't have a lot of snow where I live, though, if ever. What's my favorite color, Michaela? Gray, even though it's not. I guess teal, because gray technically isn't a color, so teal. Tom is the son of Ted. Ted is the blank of Tom's father. What is the blank? I don't know. Sorry, Jason. I don't got time for that. Rodrigo, I knew how to play Yu-Gi-Oh at the time. I know there are a bunch of rules that have been added to it that I don't know. I did play Yu-Gi-Oh when I watched the show, though, and that was in like 2003, 2004. Jake, I didn't watch TNG or TOS, so I don't have an opinion there. I don't like Kirk more than Picard or vice versa. So, Jean-Claude Van Jean. Oh, Ryan, great job. Without IVs, what would be your Pokemon team without IVs and shinies? Delibird would be my Pikachu. If that makes sense. Lucario, because Lucario the Mystery Mew. Probably have a Dunsparce. I'd probably have a Tangela. Actually, no, that's 5 already. I don't want it. Okay, Delibird, Lucario. Scizor. Greninja. 2 more. I don't know. Made a fire type, I guess. Charizard. And Aegislash. I know that's a lot of steel types, but I'm a sucker. Yeah, you know what, Anthony? It's a pretty compelling chair, if I do say so myself. 37. Thank you, 37 people who were all willing to sit and watch a chair while I went to cool off. Refreshing again. Happy birthday, Kayla. Happy birthday, Kayla. Happy birthday, Kayla. Legendary Knight, I don't know, and Pikachu never will, so yeah. Seraphimon, I don't appreciate that. No anarchy up in here. Presley, it's really tough. I spent a year writing Dragon Ball Evolution, which I still haven't filmed. And obviously, I mean, I didn't like, it wasn't like every day for a year I tried writing it. I just had to keep coming back to it. It was easier when I was doing like plot point joke, but now that I'm trying to do something different, it's not as easy. Pokemon, I found a groove eventually. You'll notice I found a formula with how I was doing those videos about halfway through. And that got easier because I knew what points I wanted to make and I knew when I could make them. But this new format, it's a little more free form, so it's a lot of just like sitting there and trying to think like, okay, how am I going to make this next point? Trevor Man, I don't know, Trevor Man. When are you going to make more videos? Huh? When are you going to? Huh? I don't know. Eventually, I'm filming something this week, so yeah, Glenn, I'm doing Advent Children after I do Dragon Ball Evolution. I'm writing that script I'm in the process of writing that script now. Could I sing a Kansas song? Sure. Can't sing it well, but I'll try it. TV shows or anime? No, Lightning Tiger. I've talked about this before. I don't have the time to sit down and watch an entire show and then do a review of it that way. I don't know how some people. I mean, I imagine people who have done entire shows, they've sat down and just done kind of like they watched highlights of it. But it was just several episodes over several seasons is way more time consuming than watching one 90-minute movie. Jake, yes, I collect Amiibos. If you saw my Smash Bros. Vlog, I had a whole bunch of them on a shelf in that. Oh, thank you, Comic Book Pixie. That's nice of you. You rock. You rock. Gaia Chrono, I'm not going to Anime Expo. I am going to Comic-Con in about 2 weeks. I'll be there, but I won't be at Anime Expo. Happy birthday, Kayla. Again, so your friend can witness it. There you go. Haberdashery. Stephen Bronx, I'm excited to see Ant-Man. Ant-Man's happening. Paul Rudd. Favorite film, Hades. Oh man, I need to really make that FAQ. Hook, Mortal Kombat, Lord of the Rings trilogy, Star Wars trilogy, Back to the Future trilogy. That Thing You Do. I already said That Thing You Do. Other movies. Worst movie I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of worst movies. I don't think I've enjoyed a movie less than Transformers: Age of Extinction. That was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. How do I feel about the other Harry Potter movies? Comic Book Pixie. I don't know all of them as well as the ones I do know. The ones directed by Chris Columbus are too slow and too disjointed. They don't flow. I haven't seen Prisoner of Azkaban in forever. Goblet of Fire doesn't know how to handle the sheer girth of that book. That someone's gonna make it. Someone's gonna interpret that sexually. Yeah, the later movies, they just don't know how to handle how big the last couple of books were. Since you're a Christian, what's a film series centered on the Bible or theme that you really like Prince of Egypt or Marvel's Daredevil or either? Oh, I didn't when I was reading the first half of that question, Lightning Tiger, Daredevil didn't even pop into my head, but yeah, Daredevil was awesome. Prince of Egypt, I haven't seen all of, but what I have seen has been great. In terms of what was happening at the time, Darren Aronofsky's Noah, I really appreciated because that was the same year that God's Not Dead came out. And on the trailer alone, I despised everything about God's Not Dead because I just knew that a movie like Noah, which people claimed was appropriating the Bible to push a liberal agenda, blah blah blah. I appreciated something like that because that was challenging, whereas God's Not Dead wasn't challenging. It was just telling all these. It was just keeping everything very safe for insecure white Christians who feel so persecuted because not everybody believes the same thing they do. It's like, that's not persecution, that's living in the world, and Jesus warned us about that. He told him it was going to happen, so it shouldn't come as a surprise when suddenly white Christians don't have the power in America anymore. I mean, we still have the power, but people aren't copacetic with being pushed around anymore. I'm not saying that all of Christianity, I'm not saying that what's Christianity supposed to be. I just know that there's a lot of corruption when you get into politics and stuff. Cloud or Link? I like Link. Cloud is actually a character while Link is not, but I like Zelda more than Final Fantasy VII. There you go, Glenn. And also, there was never a sequel movie to any Zelda game where Link was turned super emo for no reason. Best and worst Godzilla movie? I've only seen 3 Godzilla movies, and I can't tell you which is the best or the worst of them. I know my good friend Apollo Z Hack, Matt Burkett. He doesn't go by Apollo Z Hack. Of the ones I have seen, I can't remember if he liked Ghidorah or not. Ghidorah. No, it was called Ghidorah back then. They called it Ghidorah in that English dub. I don't know. The worst one's probably 1998 with Matthew Broderick. Lightning Tiger, maybe I will do these monthly. This would be fun to do more frequently. I know that much. Even though a lot of it would be a bajillion people asking me what my favorite movie is. If I could change one thing about myself, what would it be? I'd like to have fewer wrinkles on my face because I see people who are my age or older who have this immaculate complexion, and I'm showing a little bit of wear as I get older. I'm 25, so. No, it's okay, Ryan. I believe in you. Have you ever played Soul Blazer for the SNES? No, man. Soul Blazer? Or Sky Blazer? Cryomancer, you are up very late. I can't judge because I've been up at 5 a.m. for no reason, but still. I've not played Soul Blazer. I've seen Game Grumps play Sky Blazer. I don't know if that's related. Soul Blazer. Maybe that's an alternate title. Maybe in Sweden it was called Soul Blazer. Oh, different game entirely. I've not played it. I didn't have an SNES growing up. Yes, Seraphimon, I'll have to probably improvise a bit because I only know the words to one Panic at the Disco song and I don't know how to play it, but I'll have to it might not come out very well. Oh yeah, I was supposed to start singing at 7:30, shoot. Super Mario fan, I don't play Call of Duty. I had Modern Warfare 2 when I first got an Xbox. I played through it and it was fun for a while, but it's not a series I really got into. Jesus, no, I'm single at the moment. What is your favorite amiibo you have or seen? Corey Price. The Shulk amiibo looks really great. Lucina looks really good. Greninja looks great. I wish I liked the way the Link one looked a lot better. Link didn't. Link got the Zelda characters haven't. I mean, Sheik and Toon Link look pretty good. Zelda and Link don't look so hot as amiibo. Samus still looks great. Samus is the best looking one of Wave One. Hold on, what I got here. Marth still looks derpy. This I don't know why I have this. I think I have this for trade purposes. I got a Marth at Walmart because they had him again, and I think I'm just trying to trade. I don't know. Or maybe I'll throw it in a dumpster and videotape it and make people angry at me. Joseph, I like to see in animated movies the same things I like to see in any movie, really. I mean, I like good characters and challenging stories. I mean, actually, with animated movies, I like it when they do address things that are a little bit tough for kids to get, like when they address death and stuff like that. Like, I appreciate that the How to Train Your Dragon movies. I mean, I keep forgetting that the people who make those are the same people who make like Monsters versus Aliens, like DreamWorks. Like, oh my gosh, those dragon movies, they're so good. Yeah. Oh, I mean, and especially like, and this is like a weird thing to jump to, but like with the Pokemon movies too, like I like I like it when kids movies one they acknowledge what their audience is up to, like the Goonies. The Goonies understood kids. E.T. understood kids. Super 8 understood kids. Like movies that like get like their kids act like kids when their parents aren't around, but also that they things that are challenging for kids to deal with, like dealing with things like death and loss. Not that every kids movie needs to be dark, but I mean just don't don't putz out. Don't bring everybody back to life at the last second because it would be sad. I haven't seen Jumanji in years. Haiti846 with a pony on your profile pic. I haven't seen Jumanji in years. I have fond memories of it. When you said it, there was no audio. Oh my gosh, Michaela! I can't keep doing this. Happy birthday, Kayla! Presley, pretty much everything I've written has been standard tuning. I have maybe a couple songs I've written that were drop D, but I don't do any crazy tuning apart from those. I've messed around with like the other ones, like Open A and all that, but I haven't really come up with anything that I remembered enough to develop into full songs. Okay, one more round of questions, then I'll do some music because people keep asking about that. I'm not religious, but I thought Noah was okay. God's Not Dead was just a mess. Seriously, what the? Oh, Anthony, you saw that? Man, I'm sorry. You saw God's Not Dead. Yeah. Yeah. I just watching those trailers. I hated everything about God's Not Dead. I just hated that the problem, the evil atheist professor who claims he's not going to waste any time debating the existence of God, but then the entire plot is him letting this kid debate the existence of God. Oh, and then it turns out that he only didn't believe in God because he's insecure and had childhood trauma. You know what? It's like yeah, because that's the only reason somebody would not believe in God, because that's easier for. It's a movie that is trying to pat Christians who really don't have it all that hard on the shoulder and say, no, 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 it's okay. You don't have to, nothing has to challenge you. You don't have to be challenged. Weirdest dreams or memories. My earliest dream I can remember, which is also one of my weirdest. I was in the kitchen. My sister was also in the kitchen. She was doing her homework at the table, and there's this pot on the stove. Pot sprouted arms and legs, super long arms and legs, like a stilt walker, started chasing me. Because this was a dream, I couldn't run. Yeah. Lightning Tiger. Oh man, if I could go Super Saiyan, because I just think about Trunks and Goku, and why can't I be like them? Why do I gotta be this limited little human? But I am gonna turn into a Super Saiyan now. I'm not gonna do the rest of that video. I cannot turn into a Super Saiyan. Legendary Knight, have a good night. Thank you very much. You've probably left by now, but I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Favorite Tarantino movie? I like Bastards. I like Kill Bill. I like Pulp Fiction. I think those are just the ones I've seen. Yeah, of those, I think Bastards was probably my favorite, just because everything was subtext. I really appreciated that. Is this your final form? Yeah, Jesus, my final form is probably dead. No, Charlie, I don't want to build a snowman. Gaia Chrono, they're the same thing. Skyscape Productions and Titus Studios are the same thing. Played by me. I keep forgetting the Ratchet & Clank movie is happening. I did play the first game, and I thought it was fun. So we'll see. Maybe the movie will be good. Would you sing Heaven and Hell? Christian, I'm not sure what that song is. Gregory... GX got dumb. I haven't seen any of 5Ds. I saw one episode of Zexal and thought it was garbage, and I haven't seen any of Arc V. I was bummed out in Arc V when I first saw the protagonist of Arc V. I assume that's the newest one. I thought it was a girl. I'm like, oh, cool, Yu-Gi-Oh's got a female protagonist now. And nope, just a guy who looks kind of girly. Again. There you go, Glenn. I guess 7, I mean, I tried playing through 7 again recently, and by recently, I mean 2 years ago, and I couldn't get into it because I didn't have the hype anymore. But I'm probably gonna, if that HD remake comes to whatever console I have at the time, I'll probably play it. Yeah, Super Mario Kingdom Hearts 3 looks good. They haven't shown very much of it, though. No, Graham, I don't watch The Walking Dead. Michaela, I already said it. I already said it. It's been said. Okay, people want to hear songs, so I guess I'm gonna do that. Asian girl, the last one in the world. You're my Asian girl, the only one in the world. Yeah. Somebody wanted to hear that, apparently, so there it is. Oh, got to review comments. Comments are pending approval. Movie that was based on a book where the movie was better. Can't tell you, Jesus. I'm not sure. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Kakenzi. Kakens, I mean. Kaken Z, I like John. I like Game Grumps just fine without John. I liked it with John. So yeah. Lightning Tiger, I'm not really sure. Maybe once we get sick of maybe once we get sick of CGI. Most overrated movies I've ever seen. I haven't seen Avatar, but I know that's overrated. Heaven is for real. I have no thoughts on Heaven is for real. I know nothing about Heaven is for real. Ryu in Smash Brothers is broken as hell, Venom. Hey Zeus, you want to hear me do a Shulk impression? All right, I'm really feeling it. Gaia, he keeps writing me like that. Just it's more specifically a character who gets killed by my friend Michael. Is how he keeps writing me. I'm not sure why that is. Played by me is God's Not Dead by the Newsboys. That song from God's Not Dead, because I'm not gonna play that. Mostly because I don't know it. Apart from what I heard in that trailer for that movie, I really didn't want to see. Okay, somebody wanted Panic at the Disco, so that's gonna happen. Here we go. Chords, please. Give me chords, not tabs. Chords, not tabs. Okay, I'm just going to tweet that we're doing requests right now. Doing song requests. Won't you join us? Isn't it exciting to see me tweeting in live action? You can see what the delay is like. In 20 minutes, you'll see that tweet come up. And I'm actually going to, because this was only set to go until about 8, but I think I'll extend this to 9 just because I always do that. I set a time for myself to stream, and then I go for like 5 bajillion hours. Oh, wow, I do look red. I'm just looking at the feed for the first time in forever, and wow, I really do look red. Getting to the thing. I don't know what's happening. I'm sorry. I have so many windows open. this event. Here we go. Let's keep this going till 9. Okay. No, okay, here we go. Okay, here we go, panic. Well, imagine as I'm pacing the pews in a church corridor, and I can't help overhear, no, I can't help overhear an exchanging of words. What a beautiful wedding, says a bridesmaid to a waiter. What a shame the poor groom's bride is a horse. I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of closing the damn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poise and rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing the damn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of, oh, well, in fact, well, I'll look at it this way. I mean, technically our marriage is saved. Well, this calls for a toast, so pour the champagne. Oh, well, in fact, well, I'll look at it this way. I mean, technically our marriage is saved. Well, this calls for a toast, so pour the champagne. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing the damn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poise and rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing the damn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poise and rationality. Again, I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing the damn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of poise and rationality. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of closing the damn door? No, it's much better to face these kinds of things with a sense of, I forgot how it ends, poise and rationality. I forgot how it ends, I'm sorry. Why am I looking at the microphone? The camera's over here. Ah, that hurt. Wow. I'm not entirely familiar. That was the first time I've ever played that. I only knew the melody. I didn't know the chords going in, so I'm sorry if that was choppy. Cold Shot by Stevie Ray Vaughan. I don't know that one. I'm sorry, Christian Villa. I don't know Stone Sour Venom. Sorry. Oh, I can play Basket Case. Oh, I got a typo, Mikey. Turns out I had a typo in the tweet. Won't you join us? Not won't join us. Gosh dang. Oh yeah, somebody wanted Queen. Okay, I'll do Green Day after I... Wait, do I know anything by Queen? I've paid my dues time after time. I've committed with my sentence and committed no crime. And bad mistake. Sheesh. That was awful. I don't know how to play We Are the Champions, apparently. We Are the Champions chords. Wait, I shouldn't, because I can't even sing We Are the Champions. It's too high. Oh, well, I'll do it anyway. I've paid my dues time after time. I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. and bad mistakes. I've made a few. I've had my share of sand kicked in my face, but I've come through. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. Shoot, I scrolled too far down. I've taken my bows and my curtain calls. You've brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race, and I ain't gonna lose. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. World. There we go. I never know how to end these. I'm so sorry. What am I hearing? Oh, sorry. The page I was on decided to start playing sound. Does the mic look like it's staring at me? Okay, I see. Presley, I know you asked for Boulevard because Basket Case would have to be half step down, but I can do Basket Case just fine. Somebody else just said do your favorite song by Green Day, which is Basket Case. So I'm going to do Basket Case. Yeah. Making a lot of weird noises, too. You can probably make a drinking game out of the amount of times I inhale through my nose during these. Don't do that. You'll die. Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once? I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just stoned? I went to a shrink to analyze my dreams. I had to burp. She says it's lack of sex that's bringing me down. I went to a whore. He said my life's a bore, so quit my whining 'cause it's bringing her down. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Grasping to control, so I better hold on. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just dumb? Yeah, it was basket case. All right. Oh, Gaia, you want to pay for a that'd be. I don't know if like I think there might be legal issues with paying for a cover because it's not my song, but sure, thank you. Seraphimon, I don't know what my range is anymore. I used to have an idea when I was still taking lessons, but I don't know. Mushroom Fan Kid, I don't know Counting Stars. Is that One Direction? Is that the Wanted? Is that one of the modern boy bands? I don't know it. Baby, I've been losing sleep. Dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been playing hard. Instead of counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Sorry. Other comments popped up on other stuff. Oh, thank you, Sunny Apple Pie. That's nice of you. Mushroom Fan Kid, I don't think because I know Painted Black is a little bit more complicated than just a couple of chords, so I'm a little worried that I'd butcher the Stones if I tried playing it black right now. Creep. Oh god. Code, I think if I play Creep, Tom York is gonna bust down my door and insist that I realize that Creep is a terrible song. In his eyes, I like Creep. Okay, just so you guys know, if you comment like super frequently, like one after the other rapid fire, the system will think you're spamming me and move it to the spam folder. So if I don't see your if I don't see a question you ask or anything like that, it's not because I'm ignoring you. You might have just gone to the spam folder. So maybe ease up, I guess. I don't know. Which I know sounds rude. I'm just that's just what the system does. I don't know. Oh, who's So, Christian, I told you before I don't know Cold Shot by Stevie Ray Vaughan. I know he mostly played a lot of like 12-bar blues, but blues is not me. Nice, Presley Lynch. Salah Gazil. I don't know, Salah Gazil. Do you had sex? Do you had sex? That's rude. It's a rude thing to ask somebody. Oh, Gaia, that. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Yeah, I've thought about like putting out an album or something. I just need time, and I know like the people who follow me because I know people like my reviews more than my music videos, and of the people who like my music, they'd probably like the parodies and stuff more than original stuff. But thank you, I appreciate that. Shoot, somebody had a thing in here. Somebody requested Fall Out Boy. I cannot sing as high as that guy. I can't sing as high as what's his face, Patrick, whatever. I can't do it. Remember me for centuries. My songs. Also, what does it mean for his songs? Okay, so got some. Okay. Code Black Hayate. What? Voice of Mikasa from Abbridged on Titan, everybody. Maybe subscribe to her channel. She's in the chat below. Check it out. Creep by Radiohead. I'll probably do an abridged version because it's a bit long. When you were here before, you didn't look me in the eye. Just like an angel. Skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special. but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. I wish I was special. You're so very special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Yeah, no. She's running out the door. Oh, God, that was awful. Run. She run, 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 Oh, I'm so sorry. My hand is cramping up like crazy. Whatever makes you happy. Whatever you want. I wish I was special. So very special. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Did I mention I don't belong here? Ah, gosh, sorry. It's been a while since I've played something with that many bar chords. I'm out of practice. Xbox One or PS4? I don't have either. I have a Wii U. Lightning, 50 Ways to Say Goodbye? I don't know that one, sorry. Rodrigo, I did the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX theme last time I streamed. I don't know. Wait. Thought I was playing Drain You, but that's Horseshoes and Hand Grenades by Green Day. Oh, thank you, Graham. You're welcome. Oh God. Uptown Funk, Mikey, I don't think, by the nature of funk music, if it's just the guitar, it's not going to carry the whole song. I also don't know Uptown Funk. And I know, like, just from what I've heard of it, though, it wouldn't be something I can just figure out by looking at tabs on the spot. Venom, I don't know Life is a Highway. Well, I know the chorus of Life is a Highway, but I don't know the verses, like the melodies and all that. Something from a movie. Imagine Dragons. I don't know It's Time. Sorry, Mushroom. I don't know Lay Me Down. Jody Wen. Sorry, I don't know. Lay Me Down. Oh, Gaia, I won't have to PM you if that happens. I'm gonna tweet about it mercilessly. If I make an album or anything, you guys won't be able to get me to shut up about it. Okay. Gosh, I just saw one that I could do, and oh gosh, dang it. Oh, Majora. I'll do a verse and a chorus of it. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Oh, is there a capo on this one? Where's my capo? My capo's on the floor. That's where it should be. strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. Wait, I'm playing this wrong. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're just shy to say it. Inside we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me you're too blind to see. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna give. I didn't enjoy any of that. It's for the Family Guy fans. I wasn't able to do a lot of the vocal tricks that Mr. Astley was able to do back in the day. I apologize. I hit a few flats and sharps, I know. Jody, I'm not a huge fan of Maroon 5. It's sorry, oh gosh. I feel bad because I do these request hours and people ask me to do stuff and then I end up not knowing the songs, so I can't. Go and tell that midnight rider. It's like there's also like I know of plenty of these songs. I just haven't heard them enough like to be able to figure, because I mean sometimes it's just a matter of I need to look up the chords, sometimes it's a matter of I don't remember how it goes. Sorry, I'm just searching the thing really quick because there's a whole lot of stuff that I gotta search through. Joseph, your question about the crossover. I can't say now because I mean I haven't seen your stuff, and again I don't do crossovers very often, and when I do, it's usually with people I already know personally. I'm not saying it's not a possibility. It's just like I can't say because it's like any review is just a really big emotional investment in me, and crossovers it's double that because it's like working with somebody else as opposed to working in a vacuum. I don't know Ocean Man, even though I edited that SpongeBob video. End of the Mohicans. I don't know that one. Sala, sorry. Joker by Steve Miller. I know that title, but I don't know how the song goes. Lightning Tiger. I did the Johto opening theme last time I streamed, which was I know months ago, but I don't want to get repetitive. I don't want to cover like the same ground because I know people want to hear stuff. Might be able to pull this one off. Actually, Maroon 5 will be loved. Okay, I'm gonna do this one for Jody when. Then Mikey, I'll do the Bon Jovi right after this one. Oh wait, I need the chords. I don't just need the lyrics. Capo on the first fret. Beauty queen only 18. Gosh dang it, I forgot that I don't know how this goes. Sorry, Jody. I don't remember how the verses to "She Will Be Loved" go. I'm sorry. I know the "Make You Feel Beautiful" and I know the "Spending Every Day Pouring Rain." I don't know the verses though, and if I try it, I'm gonna butcher it. I'm sorry. It's My Life, John Bovey. I didn't know this one though. Couldn't get away from this in 1990. What was that? 1998. Oh, it is A minor. I wasn't too far off. Oh wait, does he half step down? That is not accurate. This guy doesn't. Is this a half step down? This is the worst. You find somebody who did the chords and they did them wrong. Or they did them as tabs. Oh wait, okay, I guess. Silent prayer for the faith departed. It's my life, it's my life, it's my life. I ain't gonna live forever. This is proving to be difficult, Mikey, and I don't know why, because this should be a very simple song. I'm sorry. Wow, wow, boo doo 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 doo. No internet for 6 months, Solo. That's not even a question. And Slater, I don't think the Netflix thing is real because Nintendo said it wasn't. And I have no idea who I'd cast as any of those roles because you'd need no-name actors. Yeah, I don't know. Kawanat, you know what? I'm just going to combine your two things into one. It's going to be PG, even though it's going to be not as funny. Okay, let's try this. Please work. Okay. Hey boys and girls, this ninja science lesson's gonna rock your world. So close your eyes and travel back in time with me and Ninja Brian. It's gonna blow your mind. It was an ordinary day in Dinosaur High. Stegosaurus raised his hand and called for high fives. Tyrannosaurus saw the sand, got pissed because his tiny wrist caused his high five to miss. And he was like, F this! Oh yeah, oh yeah, it's an old school dinosaur laser fight. Oh yeah, hell yeah, just a classic dinosaur laser fight. It was a futuristic prehistoric blowdown. Except it was quiet because in space there is no sound. We mentioned that this took place in space. It did, so shut your face. Also, there were robots and sharks. But Professor Sexbang, did any of this actually happen? Yeah. Oh yeah, hell yeah. It's a classic dinosaur laser fight in space with sharks. Just a balls out dinosaur laser fight. Where's the bridge? Shoot. It's effing science. Just ask Albert Einstein. He invented space. And then a bunch of freaking aliens from Mars showed up while ripping solos on V-neck guitars. The dino sharks on robots saw they came in peace, so they killed them with lasers. Holy crap! It wasn't. And they had a giant laser party. Dinosaur laser party. It's effing science. It's effing science. It's effing science. It's effing science. That was not as good as the actual song. I'm sorry. Um, um. Jesus, when I'm playing guitar, usually my mind thinks of crap. I better not forget how this one goes. That's what I think about when I'm playing guitar. And I also don't know if I was with the popular crowd because there wasn't really the popular crowd. There wasn't really one of those at my school. I was with the theater kids. Lightning Tiger, I would not do all the Pokemon opening songs as covers because that'd just be too much effort. Nah, it's no. Also, too many of them are too repetitive. They rewrite the Advanced Battle theme song like 4 times. Um, yeah. Sorry, refreshing. Bringing up the comment stream again. Clearing my throat because I'm not singing properly and it's having its toll. The Element song? I have never heard of the Element song, Majora's Mask, sorry. Is it the periodic table of elements? I have no idea what this is. I'm sorry, I've never heard of that before. Oh, Daniel Robson, what's my channel like? That's not rude. I I don't know. I do movie reviews and I do vlogs and I do song stuff. You can go check under the videos tab. Oh god, Christian Villa. I tried doing the Gyarados Valley theme last time I streamed and it was a disaster. I know better than to try that again. Um. Okay, here we go, Cryomancer. Gotta look this one up. I used to know it, but I forgot. This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. I'm gonna key this up actually because it's too low for me. This aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. Now there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. And the science gets done and you make a neat gun for the people who are still alive. Not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you broke my heart and killed me, and tore me to pieces, threw every piece into a fire. As they burned, it hurt a lot. I was so happy for you. There was no sense. Now these points of data make a beautiful line, and we're out of beta, we're releasing on time. So I'm glad I got burned, and for all the things we learned, for the people who are still alive. Oh, there we go. Go on and leave me. Think I'd prefer to stay inside. Sure that you'll find someone else to help you. Maybe Black Mesa. That was a joke. Haha, fat chance. Anyway, this cake is great. It's so deliciously moist. Look at me still talking when there's science to do. When I look out there, it makes me glad I'm not you. I've experiments to run and there's research to be done on the people who are still alive. Believe me, I am still alive. I'm doing science and I'm still alive. I feel fantastic and I'm still alive. And while you're dying, I'll be still alive. And when you're dead, I will be still alive. Still alive. Still alive. That's a fun song. That's a fun game. That's just great. And Jonathan Colton is a talented songwriter with all those crazy key changes. I'd never construct a song like that because I don't know how. Oh gosh. Everybody, a lot of people into Green Day tonight. Okay. Joseph Allen, I was inspired to learn to play guitar because my older sister and my cousin were playing guitar. And I wanted to be cool like them. Oh, thanks, Slayer. That's really cool to hear. I don't hear that very often because I obviously didn't start making stuff until after I saw Nostalgia Critic. So it's cool that I got to be your first reviewer. Yay! I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. Playing this wrong, I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. No, it's my destiny, Pokemon. You're my best friend in a world lost. If this is awful, I'm sorry. Pokemon, the heart's so true. Our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Sorry, Majora's Mask, that was bad. I forgot how to play it. Christian Villa, I played Freebird. Last time I did a stream. Wait. Seems I've forgotten how to play it. Maybe not, I guess we'll see. I don't want to play the same songs too many times. These things get repetitive that way. 'Cause I'm as free as a bird. And this bird you cannot change. Bird you cannot change. Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm not sure how Just Can't Wait to Be King would work on guitar. TBH. I don't want to do too much Green Day, Garnett. I'm sorry. Even though I love Green Day and I know all of these songs, I don't want to do too much Green Day. Actually, okay, I might. I'll do this one for End Slater, and then I can do another Green Day. In character, of course. Let me show you scrubs how it's done. Please don't kill us, please, 'cause we really don't wanna die. Hey, I'm flat. And if you do not kill us, we will bake you lots of pies. Please don't kill us, please. We want to help you out. Please don't kill us, please. We know you have your doubts, but if you let us live, Jaeger can help plug up the wall. He'll use his powers for the good of humanity. If you don't shoot us with cannonballs, yeah! Oh, please don't kill us, please. We don't wanna die, and if you do not kill us, we will bake you lots of pies. Good night, Troust! My voice is doing some weird stuff right now. That was terrible. Yeah, I went flat and sharp and all over the place and not goodly. Let's see. I might have to stop the singing, actually. I made the mistake of totally singing Queen improperly, and Queen's out of my range, and now I'm paying for it. Fried Betos Pie, I don't know that song at all. Waffle Sock, new reviews are coming out eventually. I've got a script for Dragon Ball Evolution done already. I'm working on a script for Advent Children. Hoping to have them out by Dragon Ball Evolution. I'm gonna try and have out this summer. So yeah. I heard you crying loud all the way across town, 'cause you've been searching for that someone, and it's me out on the prowl as you sit around feeling sorry for yourself. Well, don't get lonely now and dry your whining eyes. I'm just roaming for the moment, sleaze in my backyard, so don't get so uptight. You've been thinking about ditching me. No time to search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. I've heard it all before, so don't knock down my door. I'm a loser and a user, so I don't need no accuser to try and slap me down, because I know you're right. So go do what you like. Make sure you do it wise. You may find out that your self-doubt means nothing was ever there. You can't go forcing something if it's just not right. No time to search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. And I don't have another guitar to solo with right now, so... No time to search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around. When I come around. When I come around. When I come around. Cool. What key does he play that in? Oh, it's in G. Oh, it's not in G because he has a capo on 4. There you go. Here goes Sala. Well, you done me in, and you bet I felt it. I tried to be chill, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run, I'll be giving my bestest, and nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some. I won't hesitate no more, no more. I cannot wait. I'm yours. Scrolling down so I can see the rest of the lyrics, because I don't know the lyrics to the song, but the chords are so simple. Thank God for that. Well, open up your mind and see like me. Well, open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. Look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music. Listen to the music. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I thought I knew this song better than I do. Sorry. Shoot, I forgot about that weird bridge part. I thought I knew. I'm sorry, Sala. I thought I knew that song. Okay, I got one. Okay, I do know this song. I need to look up the lyrics, but actually, dang it. Presley, I love Beck Mongolian Chop Squad, but I probably shouldn't sing Slip Out. Because Craig Ayers is able to sing higher than I, and if I keep stretching it, I'm going to ruin my voice again. Not that my voice is all that spectacular. Lightning Tiger, I have thought about doing vlog reviews. Oh, good night, Jesus. And I love Dr. Pepper. Jesus is probably gone by now. I'm sorry. Shoot. Yeah, I thought about doing vlog-like reviews for current movies. I just keep forgetting to set up my lights and my camera every time I see something. Yeah. Oh yeah. Have a good night. Played by me. You take care. Thanks for coming out. Yeah. And because there's a huge delay between when I say things and you guys hear things when I see your comments, thank you everybody for coming out. In case I don't get to say so, if you have to log off and I don't get to say so before you leave. Oh gosh, dang it, Mikey, really? I don't know Keel Hall Majora's Mask, sorry. Yes, Garnet, I do remember Ned's Newt. Joseph, what is my favorite Weird Al song? Oh no, Majora's Mask, don't apologize for singing Queen. That was my fault for not going falsetto when I should have. On the I ain't gonna lose, I should have done that instead of not going into my head voice. Oh, hello, Emmy Hernandez. Welcome to the stream where I poorly recreate songs that you like, thus ruining them for you. Okay, I think I can do this one. I need to... I think I need to remember how the verse goes. Okay, I'm gonna try this. I make no promises that this will be any good. Who is that? Garnet, I make no promises. I starred in every high school play, blew every drama teacher away. I graduated first in my class at Juilliard. Joseph, this is one of the way. Took every acting workshop I could, and I dreamed of Hollywood while I read my Uta Hagen and studied the Bard. Hit the boards and paid my dues and got phenomenal rave reviews. I knew the world was gonna love me without a doubt. I was sure that Tarantino would be calling me on the phone, and he Lebovitz would shoot me. I forgot how the verse goes. I'm so sorry. And I'm sorry to say that it's not the way that it's all worked out. ride. Skipper Dan is the name. And I'm doing 34 shows every day. And every time it's the same. Look at those hippos, they're wiggling their ears. Just like they've done for the last 50 years. Now I'm laughing at my own joke. Oh, God. I'm so sorry, Garnett. I'm doing this wrong. Oh, jokes, but I'm crying inside because I'm working on the Jungle Cruise ride. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have tried that. Yeah. Sorry, Weird Al. Let's see. Sing my best song ever. Oh, the one about how we danced. Okay, Movie Critic Dude, as I've announced multiple times, this was on my Facebook page. Yeah. This stack right here, this is Pokemon 2. It's going to happen eventually, probably in November. Oh, thank you, Leslie. No, I just do that to get it. I'm super critical of myself. Playboy Never Had a Friend Like Me by G. You should 8% be losing on YouTube at your low. Thank you, Megu Mimari. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. You shouldn't worry. Thank you very much. That's very sweet of you. Sing my best song ever that I've written, or like my favorite song ever. What's my best song ever? Can't do that one. That's gonna hurt my throat. Okay, screwed that up. That's amazing. We were down in some Grumps, smoke on the water, lightning in the sky. There you go, Mikey. That's all I can do for you. Garnett, I can't remember. I mean, even though I was on Reviewtopia with Doc, with Peter, I know he prefers that to go by real names rather than online names. I didn't see a lot of his stuff, so I don't know if he wants to. Reviewing is a weird game to get into though, because if you're not, I mean, even like, I don't know, it's not easy standing out above the crowd, even if it got shout out loud. Mine is the only face you see gonna stand out so you notice me. Wait, Rage Gaming. What is... Do I what, Rage Gaming? I don't know what you're asking me. Rage Gaming! I am gaming with rage. I'm gaming your rage, mother effer. That sounds like a thing you'd say on the streets, where you gotta fight for survival. Well, the devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind, and he tried to make a deal. And some guy who was really good at playing the fiddle, he said, "Okay, devil, I'll play the fiddle against you." And they played the fiddle against each other, and the guy beat the devil. Devil's in the house of the rising sun. Movie Critic Dude, are they still making total... How are they still making Total Drama? I don't really get how that's still a thing. Like, when I still lived at home years ago, I mean, I only moved out last year, but like years ago when I was still living at home, I would see it and I didn't get it. I don't understand. I mean, it has to be cheap to produce because it's not super involved animation, but I don't get how they keep like getting mileage out of that. I don't get it. I have no opinions on it. I just don't get it. There was something else in here that I can actually do, but we ever do TV shows that incredible what happened on Network like Nickelodeon back in the 90s? I mean, the SpongeBob episodes specifically choose the ending of SpongeBob. Mega Mumari, I wouldn't do something like that. That'd probably be something more for... What's that guy? Somebody asked me if I'd heard of earlier. Mikey, you know who I'm talking about. That's not my I mean for Pokemon I'm gonna do Mewtwo Returns, but only because a lot of people ask me to. Because I don't see this as a movie, but I guess some people consider it to be. And I mean the cover says an all new Johto movie adventure with animation that's not better than the show, and like it's only an hour long. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's right, Mikey. I was gonna do that one thing for you. That's right. I can only do a chorus of this because I don't know how the verse goes, but what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Baby, don't hurt me no more. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Baby, don't hurt me no more. Whoa, whoa, I don't know. Oh, I do know how it goes. I don't know why you're not there. I give you my love, but you don't care. So what is right? What is wrong? Give me a sign. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Baby, don't hurt me no more. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Baby, don't hurt me no more. That's the dubstep remix. That's all I got. Ole como va? Good night, Gaia, Chrono. What's Salah? I know barely enough piano. Like I have a keyboard that I mostly just use to program. What is it? Drums. I can if I sit down and think about it for a second, I can figure out where chords are on a keyboard. But I'm not like I know the guitar way better than I know the piano, and I'm not as spectacular at guitar as I wish I was because I've been playing for like over 10 years, and I should know how to do things that I don't know how to do. But whatever. Oh, Megumi Mary. Okay, there we go. And I think they only call it Arceus, by the way, is because Arceus sounds like arse, and they don't want all their English fans to curse. Tee hee hee hee. Um, I don't know. I'll be your everything by Youngstown. Sorry. I think I'm going to set the guitar down actually, and just go back to Lightning Tiger. Yeah, John Wick and Pacific Rim have started franchises. John Wick 2 is happening, and I'm so happy. And so is Pac Rim 2, I think. Yeah. But yeah. So those are some movies I'm glad to see. Gypsy Woman. I don't know it. Movie critic dude. I have not seen Inside Out. Yeah, Majora's Mask. I'm kind of a big deal. Oh, I did actually Megumi Mary. I did. I'm gonna put the guitar away because my voice is getting tired. I did shoot a review of Digimon with a friend. It was a crossover review, but we actually shot it twice because there were production issues, and for a couple of different reasons, we haven't released it. We haven't even edited it just because it's not for both of our standards. Up to the it's not up to snuff. So for that reason, it has not come out. I guess we'll just go back to for the next 20 minutes or so. We'll just keep going to the. I'll just go back to regular Q and A until 9 PST, and then I'll sign off. I can't keep the guitar going Ultra Nova because then I'm gonna keep singing and my voice is tired. Megumi, I did not finish Pokemon Alpha Sapphire just because I was burnt out on Pokemon. Um, I will eventually, I'm sure. But I just after Pokemon Y reminded me of the formula with all the NPCs I really don't care about but keep showing up and all that stuff, and building up a new team. Even though I did breed myself a 5 IV Delibird to take with me as my first Pokemon. Because I'm sorry, Mudkip, but you'll never have my heart. But yeah, I'll need to find the time later. I don't even remember where I left off. I think Maxie had just shown up for the first time when I played it. Joseph, I didn't know that Phineas and Ferb had ended. I haven't seen it, so I heard it's good, though. I've seen some, like, GIFs and things from it. They seem pretty funny. Oh, a whole lot of Twitter. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize people were sending me song requests on Twitter. I apologize to the tweet peeps. Sorry, everybody. You guys like saltine crackers? Dr. Pepper, Sonic the Hedge, Wolf, 34. Is that like the werehog? Is like Hedge Wolf? Is that like the werehog? Percival, you no more memes from 10 years ago. My thoughts on X and Y evolutions, like, did X and Y make? Oh, do you mean Mega Evolutions? They're cool. The designs are a lot of the designs are kind of crappy looking because they were designed for Pokemon that already looked great. Mega Mewtwo Y looks terrible with its big old banana feet. I don't know, Lightning Tiger. I don't know who would win in a fight. I'm not good at fighting. I don't know how Doug is at fighting. Joseph, life has been weird. I won't really get into details. I'm just going through like some transitional stuff right now, trying to get some stuff settled. I'm not like, I mean, like, it's not like there's no like major crisis. It's just kind of like everything's a little like woo, but it's pretty good. I'm going to Comic-Con soon and all this stuff. So yeah. Baby, don't hurt me. Dang it, Mikey, you got What is Love stuck in my head. Sorry, you're all seeing my chewed up crackers. Movie critic dude, I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't answer that. Even though I'm in the review scene, I don't keep, and like I have friends and I keep in touch with them and I watch their stuff and all this. I'm kind of detached from the watching aspect because there's so much other stuff I got to do. I don't really have time to watch other people's stuff lately. So I can't give you a top 10 list. San Diego Comic Con, Megumi. I live in California, so that's the one I go to. Salah, do I like magic tricks? Sure, they're cool. They're pretty cool when done right. I liked the Prestige. I like it when Hugh Jackman clones himself. So many comments keep streaming in. I know a guy who would love to watch you play What Is Love. Is his name world famous pugilist Tommy Ray Handley? That's not my joke. I'm sorry. I'm stealing from Danny Sexbang. Oh, yes. If I can be perfectly honest, Lightning Tiger, I think Ryan from Battle Geek Plus, they could have edited it way down. I mean, when I heard how he was doing it, I was like thinking about like I was surprised it was as long as it was because Ryan's a super nice guy, and I think what he wanted to do was he wanted to put as much of everybody in as he could. Um, but as a result, it's like a 40-minute video, and what's essentially a sketch. And I think like it just really needed to be cut down. Like anybody whose contribution didn't quite work, I mean, sometimes you do have to make the tough decision, be the bad guy, and cut some stuff out. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, I think that's awesome that he, as a new contributor to Channel Awesome, it did something with the intent of bringing everybody together. That was really cool. I just think like it had some like pacing issues. Refreshing. I did also, because when I finally saw everybody else's contributions, I do wish I'd brought a little more pep to mine, because I was just like, I'm disinterested in this. Like, it was kind of the joke I was going for, where I was just kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. I wish I'd given a little bit more oomph. Zach, I played Asian Girl earlier. I'm gonna stop with the singing just because my throat's hurting me. I did sing Asian Girl though. Some jerks doing fine. We hang out a lot. We last met up for what was that for? Oh, I was supposed to see Inside Out with everybody, but I couldn't make it. We met up for The Wire's birthday. Morgan, The Wire. She appears in a lot of Tony's videos. She does reviews too. We met up for her birthday. We got sushi and went to karaoke, and I got like food poisoning that day or something, so I had to leave early. But yeah, he's doing fun. He's doing fine. He's making his vids. Thoughts on the Dark Knight trilogy? I appreciate what they did for comic book movies, because they really helped people realize they didn't have to be goofy. You could take them seriously. Then Marvel Cinematic Universe helped us remember you can take them seriously while still having fun. Greg, I'm never gonna warm up to the new English dubcast for Pokemon, because whenever people hear me criticize the new voice cast, people say like, "Oh no, they get better," and maybe they do, but in my mind, I'm never gonna. Veronica Taylor is always going to be the voice of Ash Ketchum for me, and Sarah Nakatani, or I never know how to pronounce her last name, Natachani. She's always just going to be a sound alike because she was hired as a sound alike, and that's just what she's always going to be in my eyes. I don't rage about it anymore, but I'm never like. I'm always going to prefer the original cast. Do you know Now You See? Oh yeah, Sala. I really liked. I liked Now You See Me. I wish it hadn't been CGI. I wish they hadn't used CGI for the magic though, because that bugged me. And I wish it had focused more on the magicians. The things I went to see the movie for. Dubs or subs? Dubs I don't mind, because I would rather listen to a thing than read a thing. But I don't mind really subs if a show is only available as subtitled. I'll watch that just fine. But if it's got a dub, I'll watch the dub, because I don't mind. I know a lot of people are like sub purists, but I don't care. I don't watch Steven Universe. Sorry, Nicholas King McQueen. Do I watch anime? Yes, Ultranova. I don't watch a ton of anime. Last show I got into was Hunter x Hunter. Before that, it was Attack on Titan. I'll maybe watch like one show every couple months or years. Movie critic dude, I don't know who I don't know who Clement is. I I don't know who that is. Oh, nice, Crowdmancer. I like puns. I like me some puns, Crowdmancer. You're in good company here. Gotta refresh for all this stuff. What do you think of Oddworld series? I don't know what the Oddworld series is. I don't know. Like Denny's. Sure. You watch Agents of Shield. Ash's mom was worse recast, but I watched Agents of Shield for a while. I think the last episode I saw was the one they put out right after Thor: The Dark World came out, and then I just kind of lost interest. But oh yeah, they oh yeah, Megumi, when they recast though, they only cared about getting male voice actors to sound like them. You could tell, like for Misty and May, especially in that special, the 10th anniversary special, just like girl voice there. And it's actually funny because like I was watching Pokemon Ranger again recently just to get like ideas in my head of what I wanted to say about it, and I think it's partially how they wrote May in that one, but even like her voice actress though, like she's just a completely different character from like what the way she is in the three movies leading up to that. Lightning Tiger, sure, but I probably if a new Pokemon series that focused on the original cast and gave them an ending, I guess, but I can't say I'd watch it necessarily because I mean, I don't watch Pokemon anymore except for Pokemon. I watch the movies, but I haven't seen the show in forever. Oh, so Clement did a 3 hour review of Sonic the Hedgehog? What? Okay, I'm not watching this. You don't need 3 hours to explain why Sonic 06 is bad. I know you don't. You don't need more than how long is Egoraptor sequelitis? You don't need more than a half hour to dive into why something's bad. It's a country because Tunisia. Oh yeah, I've heard of Tunisia. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? I'd like to bamf like Nightcrawler because I'm a bamf and who bamfs? Do you like the PMD series? Ultranova? I don't know what PMD is unless I don't know PMD series. Yeah, sorry, Ultranova. I'm googling PMD. I'm not finding anything. If you guys ever want to know like what my opinion on something is, don't do initials for it. Just do like what the actual title is, unless the title is the initials. Or otherwise, I'm not gonna. I might not know what it is. Oh, hey, Jesh, how you doing? Current plans for videos, I don't know. Make them. And as for, I'm not sure if I'm in the right spot for a crossover right now. I'm like really just between life stuff and my own video stuff. I'm not sure if I have time to sign on for a project with anybody else because I barely like scrape the time together to do my own stuff. But I wish you the best of luck with it. If you go forward with Bonds Beyond Time, I mean. Favorite in the batch I'm checking out right now, Joseph. Favorite Pokemon movie of this batch? That's a good question. I know a lot of people want me to say Rise of Darkrai, but I think it might act. I don't know. I have conflicting feelings about Pokemon Ranger because, on the one hand, this is a really good like in terms of like the movies that are just a lighthearted adventure. This is one of the better ones for that. But May is completely out of character, and these people don't have very strong characteristics to begin with. But May is not May in this, and that really bothers me. Um, maybe it's not Giratina. Giratina got some. I think it's okay. Right. I wish I could say it was Rise of Darkrai because that one had so much potential, but they didn't know how to handle it. They just it didn't come to. It was not all it could have been, and it's definitely not Genesect in the Legend Awakened. Sulla, I speak some French, and that's about it. I knew more French in high school, but I forgot because I stopped speaking, practicing it. Christopher, it's hard to say. It's like it used to be like a more of a like a kids movie thing. Now it's just more my criteria for what I review and what we had to watch. It's more the way I'm approaching it now is like, I mean, one, can I say something about this movie more than just it's bad or it's good? Because I'm so sick of just it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. Everybody knows Twilight is bad, you know. Like I'm doing Dragon Ball Evolution because I think it's really because one, that movie's infamous, but I think it's like really interesting to dive into, you know, it deviated so far from the source material, so I think it's really interesting to look into why they made the changes they did. Advent Children because I mean that's like, you know, all of geekdom was so hyped for it and it fell so short of everyone's expectations. Uh, yeah. So I mean, like it's usually movies with geek appeal, and I need if I can think of an interesting thesis for it. Like I'm thinking of doing the J Trek movies and why. Like if I do the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies, it'd be about, you know, the idea of like, you know, this is an alternate universe, it's an alternate timeline, but all the same stuff is happening anyway, so what's up with that stuff like that. I don't know, I don't have like a checklist. It's just, oh, this, I can work with this, I'll do that. Favorite ride at Disneyland slash World, probably Indiana Jones. Useless Guy, I don't know what the most disappointing movie I've ever seen is. Like there's no like, when I have negative feelings towards something, I don't hold one thing in the regard of like, oh, this is the one, this is the thing that killed my childhood, stuff like that. I don't have anything like that. Anything I don't like just gets tossed in the same bin of other stuff I don't like. Pokemon. Oh, Ultra Nova. I haven't played any Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Movie critic dude, I haven't seen Star Wars Rebels. I saw some of the pilot. That's about it. Clone Wars movie wasn't a movie. It was just 3 episodes of a show. A show that apparently got better, but I haven't really seen it. I have a lot of friends who are really into it. I've heard the show gets really interesting, but I just haven't watched it. I ain't got time for that. I got memes to make. Oh, Megumi, that forever was my least favorite when I'd only seen the first 8. My feelings have changed. I mean, it's still, I'm not a fan of it still, but like I've seen 8 other Pokemon movies now, and I've developed feelings about those. Favorite comedians: Lightning Tiger. Favorite comedians: Louis C.K., Donald Glover, John Mulaney. Um, Dave Chappelle, many Pete Holmes, many others whose names I'm forgetting. Yeah, Garnet, I remember the Tony Hawk craze. Oh, Megumi, and don't forget the 10 minutes of solid running comes to a stop when they need like 3 minutes to freeze the staircase and then slowly walk up the staircase while the climactic battle is happening. Don't forget about that. That's exciting. Oh, have a good night, Joseph. You're welcome for answering your questions. Thoughts on previous modern future superhero movies? I don't know. Think the the superhero movies we have now as a collective whole. I mean, they're mostly Marvel movies, but I think the superhero movies we have right now are collectively better than the superhero movies we had before. I haven't seen the original Superman or Superman 2. I've only seen like the older Batman movies, and there are some problems with the Tim Burton Batman movies, which I know people will think is blasphemy, but whatever. I was born the same year that movie came out. I can say what I want. Christopher Williams. This will be the last question I do for the night, guys, and then I'm gonna call it a night. Just it's 9, and I said I'd stop. Is the stream still going actually, or did it stop? Okay, yeah, it's still going. Good. Wait, making sure. Yeah. Okay. I've doing voices in other abridged series. That all depends. It's not so much like if I want to do it. It's more, do other people want me for it? Like, because the reason I'm in A Bridge on Titan is because years ago, me, Stefan, and our friend Chris we decided to start doing a Yu Yu Hakusho abridged series. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I voiced Hiei in that. Quality of which is debatable. We had some fun with it though. And then when Stefan started doing a bridge on Titan, and that got more popular because he did that first video just like out of nowhere, and he wasn't expecting it to get as popular as it did. Then he just approached me about doing Jean, because I guess his vision for Jean was him having just a very like normal voice, and I've got a pretty naturally my voice is pretty neutral guy, because Jean isn't super, he's not super macho, but he's not whiny. He's just a guy. But yeah, so I mean, my friendship with Stefan also my voice fit for it, but I don't really have any other connections in the abridged world. Stefan is actually like, he's gotten some networking going because he's working with Team 4-Star now. He's done some work for Little Karibo. He's good friends with the Elite Three, One Kids Entertainment, Noah King, and Jerry64. He was just at Anime Next with them in New York. Yeah, he's made the rounds, but I don't know anybody else, and I think in abridging, people prefer to work with people they already know, and like that's who they want to include in their stuff. So, wow, that was a longer answer than it needed to be. Sure, if somebody wanted me to voice something in another abridged series, that'd be kick-ass. If Little Karibo said, "Hey, I really want you to be this random dude in the background of Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged," I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. But that hasn't happened. Anyway, so that's gonna be it for this evening. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I'm sorry, I know it's a bit later for some of you who live further east. I know I'm the part of the world that sees the sun go down last. Okay, I'll answer this one really quick. Lightning Tiger Film Brain is fine. I don't know if he's seen the video. He's fine with it though. I mean, we talked about it, and he doesn't have any. He doesn't. I made it clear that it was a good-hearted parody. It wasn't despite him or anything. So he's fine with it. Matthew is fine with it. Anyway, everybody have a good evening. Get some sleep if you're up past midnight like crazy people. And I'll see you guys next time. And again, should be a new video out fairly soon. I made myself a schedule of what I'm going to try and get done this summer, so hopefully I can keep to it. Anyway, everybody have a good night. Good night. Where's the thing that lets me shut this off? And stop.